Hey everybody, hello and welcome. It's another episode up for you of Long Time Watcher, First Time Rider. It's episode 22. Hey! And we're so glad that
Double
you could join
deuce.
us once again. Yeah, the double deuce, baby! We're so glad that you could join us once again. As always, I am your long-time watcher, King Fats the 95th, and as always, I am enjoyed because I enjoy your presence. I am enjoined by really just the best thing people to do a podcast with. My first time writers, Action Shakespeare.
I am hungry.
B drops.
I suppose I'm not that hungry. I did just eat.
And the magical whale gopher.
I am hungry.
Alright, well, that's
Two
three
or
of
three
us
ain't
that could use some eating.
Oh my god, everybody, you should eat.
I was busy,
I spent
B-dorps.
15 minutes trying to set up my microphone because the knobs on it did not want to work.
And I
Sorry
spent
about
30
your knobs,
minutes
Gopher.
making our fucking podcast outline.
And I'm lying.
Yeah. I'm always willing to wait for people to eat.
I don't know what I'd have eaten anyway. I had a Jolly Rancher and I'll call that good.
No.
Jolly.
Are you
No.
a hamster?
I wish.
Yeah, honestly, it'd probably be the ideal lifestyle for Gopher.
Well, that's a cat.
Alright, well, but cats eat so
You
much
prob-
more than you do.
Cats are
Sure.
obligate carnivores, too.
Also true.
I wouldn't care. I'm a cat.
I guess at that
I guess
point,
that's
yeah.
fair. Well, you give a shit about the world and its struggles. You're a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about your struggles as an individual.
Yeah, but I'm a cat.
Your struggles as a cat.
Tell Gopher about their struggles as a cat bee.
Yeah.
You're going to be very upset if you don't eat meat as a cat.
Yeah, I'll just eat meat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
I
of
think
the
that was-
cat.
I thought the implication was that you would eat Jolly Ranchers and cheese pizza.
You
I
can't
can
have cheese
still
pizza
have-
if you're a cat.
That was some goddamn popperonies.
Please don't have too many pepperonis.
Don't have any. Yeah, that's true. You can't.
Pop
you,
rocks. Pop rock.
You have to
food.
understand.
No.
The meme is right when it says that cats can have little salami as a treat. Only
Oh,
little.
Fine.
Yes.
Don't get
Only
a lot of
tiny
salami.
bit.
Only a little bit.
Just a tiny.
Can't have too much salami. It's bad for your tummy.
Kamen Rider.
Never thought about no pizza as a cat.
Yeah, you never do.
Yeah.
Until you become a cat and you're like, fuck, I can't have all things that are good anymore.
Do you think
That's the
Kamen
scam.
Rider eats pepperoni pizza?
God,
Yes.
He fucking better.
You're
Kick his
yeah.
ass.
Or rather, it's gonna be like
You-
the...
you think you could?
I'll try.
This is a bold claim. And an interesting hill to quite literally die on.
What's he
Speaking of hills that
What's he
people
gonna do?
die on, we should talk about what we're doing and who we are, and what episodes we're covering, etc.
Yeah.
I guess we did our introductions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we at least got through the introductions before we started being assholes. But, yeah,
Yeah.
we can at least do the rest of it.
I thought you were segueing into the death count.
I also thought you were
I
segueing
would, but
into
we
the
did
death
not
count.
mention what episodes we were talking about tonight.
Yeah, let's get into that part at least. We are going to be talking about we did watch them. We've already watched them. That's the bit. Is we've already watched them, and hopefully you have as well, person who is listening. And if not,
P.O.
I'm sure this is a weird podcast. But yes, we are going to be talking about Kamen Rider's episodes 48 and 49. That is the blood-sucking swamp hill gorilla and the man-eating monster Isogunchak. I think. I don't know. I have no idea if that's how you pronounce that second monster's name, but that's what I'm going for.
Isogunchak? It's an anemone, whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
it's
gonna
an
say, I
anemone.
feel like even in the episode, people were just like, that's an anemone.
Yeah.
I
And
believe,
then
Nobody
that's-
said this dude's name.
I believe even Shocker has referred to him as that. So
Yeah.
Hey, anemone guy. Fucking
Yeah.
whatever your name is.
Truly no one gave a shit. And that's fine, because he has a hard name to pronounce. But you want to know it's not hard to pronounce? The best part of the Scotch Nang podcast, and that's the death count with B-drops.
Thank you, King Fats. I will keep this relatively brief, because we are unfortunately once again caught in the ebb and flow, the constant waning and waxing of the tides that is lots of death and then not very much, and we are currently experiencing a dry spell with episode 46 and 47. So just running through the numbers real quick, we had 2 total deaths for episode 46.
Wow.
Mostly on account of apparently none of those people actually died. It was cryostasis, and they were all saved. So we got 1 kill for Kamen Rider and 1 kill for Shocker. That poor civilian guy they just pulled out of the back and stabbed in the face.
Oh, right.
That fucking guy.
That poor guy. Don't even know who he was.
No,
It's
didn't have
just
a
some
name.
dude.
Episode 47 features 2 total kills, both for Kamen Rider, very thankfully.
Yeah.
One of which I have to mark includes the time he threw a blunt staff so hard it impaled a guy.
Hell yeah.
I'm amazed, but
Bringing
yeah,
new meaning to blunt force trauma.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey.
So that brings us to a total of 3 kills for Kamen Rider 2, 1 kill for Shocker, and 4 for both episodes. Our new totals are 238 out of 310 total kills for Team Kamen Rider via Kamen Rider 2. Thank you, Hayato. Shocker, with that 1 kill, is now up to 128. And our total kills are barely bolstered up to a 146 total as of Kamen Rider episode 47.
Wait a minute, how many total kills do we have?
467? Did
Okay.
I miss
I heard
something?
146, and I was like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what I said? Good
I
lord, that
did
was
as well.
wrong. 467.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, this is like, wild.
Brain and mouth complete disconnect.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It
Ears and brain
happens.
also disconnected for me at that time, so I wasn't sure what I was hearing anymore.
I was just thinking, yeah, they're probably right. Yeah. I probably
No,
just misheard.
I was... I'm looking at the number actively in my notes and somehow said a completely different number. I'm not sure what happened.
Hey, it happens sometimes. Today at
Sometimes
work,
it
I got
just-
the call and I almost introduced myself as the wrong company.
Hello, this is company.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get right on into it, shall we? With episode 48, The Blood-Sucking Swamp Hill Gorilla, originally aired on February the 26th of 1972. It's the 48th episode of the original Kamen Rider series. You know all this at this point. Yeah, let's just get right on into it. Once again, no synopsis from our good friends over at the Kamen Rider Wiki, so you get one from Chiboy. Deal
Yay.
with it. Oh, well, thank you at least someone for being happy about that.
You work hard on these.
I
I think
try.
you deserve some praise.
I make at least an attempt that is filled with a lot of spelling errors, but an attempt nonetheless.
That's more than anyone else has apparently made.
Yeah,
So
I really do need to look into trying to figure out how I can edit this thing, if I can edit this thing, so I can.
There should just be an edit button, like most wikis.
yeah, you might need to make an account, but
Yeah,
other than that,
I'll
it
probably
should
need
be.
to make an account.
Have you been saving all your synopses?
Not all of them, but once we started doing the podcast and they started becoming, or not the podcast, the Patreon. Once they started becoming part of the Patreon rewards, I started saving them. So I've got at least a couple of episodes worth.
All right. That's some
And for other
content.
ones, for other ones, I'll probably just have to go back and do what I've been doing again. So who knows how high on the list of priorities that's going to end up being. But I digress.
Extremely.
I don't know about that one. Maybe if someone pays me.
Maybe on the Patreon, for example. I don't know, just thought.
People pay
Yeah,
people
well.
on Patreon?
This is fair. I used to pay you on Patreon.
Yeah, used. No.
I lost my goddamn job. You motherfucker.
So it all equates.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying. The math still checks out.
Yeah, 0 is still 0 at the end of the day.
Drink to
Anyway.
that, bro.
Anyway, getting into episode 48. The episode opens on a group of young boys fishing at a pond when they find themselves covered with leeches. Oh no. I put him in the synopsis as Leecharella arrives and sucks the blood from the boys, then kidnaps them and takes them to Shocker's base. I mean, that's just like the opening of the... So, might as well get into it, right?
Yeah.
We got some kids. They're fucking stick fishing. The classic, the old standby. They're catching some pond buds, and they get assaulted by leeches.
Leeches,
I mean,
leeches that kind of just teleport onto their face.
yeah,
initially.
really. Because the
then
first one shows up on like a kid's hand or something, right? And like that's like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. But then like the next one you see is on some kid's cheek.
And he didn't even realize it until someone points it out.
It's like, how did that thing get up there?
I think I'm realizing what state of mind I just happened to be in tonight and didn't realize until the death toll. My notes for this section reads, "Oh God, get the matches," followed immediately by, "Did these 3 kids dead?"
Did they?
Yo, did these kids dead?
Yo, these kids
Did
dead?
these 2 kids dead?
Rumors are true?
Does Bruno Mars is gay?
I also have written down time to light our face on fire. So...
Okay, what is this? What is this thing that I am... Is this some sort of leech dealing with method that I am not aware with?
Yes.
Yes.
I've never interacted with leeches as a concept.
So the 2 immediate, I guess, aids to getting leeches that I usually hear about is 1, salt, no clue how effective that is.
Fair.
2, fire.
Sure.
So you just hold a fire up on the thing and it's like...
Yeah, well, I mean, same. Shit.
Yeah. It's absolutely fair. So
the thing also with leeches is they tend to have an anticoagulant. So the fire can sometimes also be necessary so that you don't just keep bleeding.
Yeah.
Ah, that's fair.
You gotta cauterize your own wounds because otherwise you will just not stop
Bleed
bleeding.
out. Yeah, like a faucet.
it's fun to just bleed sometimes. I think I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Alright.
That's the blood loss talking, but alright.
Yeah.
That's the headspace for today. Did these 3
Love
kids
it.
dead?
Yeah, did they dead?
Did they dead?
Excited to hear some interesting B dialogue this evening.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
same. Love when B has interesting dialogue.
I'm so sorry.
Never apologize. This is a place
Oops.
of understanding and acceptance for you, B. You don't ever have to apologize about anything that you say or do or think. We won't judge you.
Yeah.
Was that a yeah or an eh?
That was
I
a
believe it
yeah.
was a yeah.
Okay.
I'll
okay,
say
just
the
checking.
then.
Yeah, I was waiting for
I'll-
you, Shakes,
I'll provide
honestly.
the perspectives.
I was wondering if I should go in, like, if I should say, well, there is things I would judge you if you did, but you would never do that, so do I need to bring it up? You know?
I
Who
mean, like
knows?
Doubt.
There's probably a static list of things you would just judge just about anybody.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
that's
where
fair.
it is.
Yeah.
what?
Don't do these.
Yeah, don't do any of that. But otherwise, don't go around pulling a Waka on us.
Yeah.
You already got Waka.
I assure you, if I ever do, it's completely not intentional, and I want to be called out on it.
Fair. I appreciate that. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I guess what we should talk about, since this is our first appearance of them, we should talk about how Higurilla or Leechurilla or whatever you want to call him. We should talk about how him look.
I would like to add first, before we describe how he looks, the way in which he enters this scene is by slithering in on his stomach.
Yeah. Slide into it.
I'm a worm. How you doing?
It's very good.
Unfortunately, now we have to talk about what he looks like.
And then he
Yeah,
never
we sure
does
do.
that again, which is the most disappointing part. He always just sort of just walks into scenes from here on out. And he walks into a lot of scenes in this episode.
A lot.
He really does, yeah.
Enter Leech Man. I forgot his name again. Higurilla?
Higurilla.
Gorilla.
Higurilla? Yeah. I don't know.
I think they called him like Leechzilla or something in the episode.
I think
I
it was
believe
still...
it's
Leechurilla.
Yeah, they still
Yeah.
went for
or
the
Leechurilla.
gorilla thing.
Leechurilla sounds like a princess.
Leechurelli. Every day it's Leechurelli.
Yeah.
Drops down
Look
her
at-
hair. It's just a giant leech.
I'll get the scissors.
Ugh. You heard of donkey skin, check this out.
Gross.
Oh, speaking of check this out, I guess we should...
Yeah, let's
Check it
check
out.
this
This
guy
horrible
out.
thing. Are you in the audience familiar with Monster Hunter? Are you familiar with Kazoo?
I hate that
This
you're
guy-
right.
Yeah.
I'm so
So-
upset. He
I do
grosses
hate
me
him.
out to no end.
Yeah. He's a very specific looking thing that looks like a very specific looking thing.
But not in the good
Um,
way.
Not in a good way, no. So basically he looks like that, but
But green.
he's green. Obviously he's not a wyvern, he's
Yeah.
humanoid,
Him
so
not
he's got
having
arms
wing.
and legs. But imagine if like the front of the head, you know, where like the hole is, if there was also some big like I don't know if they're antennae or like snail eyes.
I think they're intended because I think the big circle in the middle of the head is what's supposed to be the eye.
Yeah, so the weird thing is he's got like a big opening on the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's like
Yeah.
I
That's like
assume
the leech
supposed to
mouth.
mimic a mouth. But if you look down where like the front of its throat you'd assume would be, there is like a cyclops eye and a mouth.
Yeah.
Is that how Leech do? Is that... I don't... Like I said, I don't
Leeches-
understand leeches as a concept.
Traditionally like as presented in the smaller leeches, they have a mouth on their underside and they'll stick on top of you
Yeah.
and just grip you with their teeth.
Do leeches
Well-
even have eyes?
Well, I've learned quite a few
I
things.
don't
I don't think so.
Um,
Yeah.
One, I believe they do have eyes. It looks like they do.
Okay.
Second, don't Google leech eyes.
Yeah. Oof.
Let me see.
Oh no 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 no.
Oh yeah, I probably should have figured that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe don't do that. That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Be
sucks.
careful. Viewer discretion is advised when it comes
But the action
to
when it
this
comes to
sort of
leech
thing.
eyes,
when it comes to leech eyes.
it almost rhymes.
Should probably search leech anatomy or something instead, maybe.
Let's see. Let's see.
That feels dangerous too.
Okay.
But
You know what? I'm gonna take the bait.
Yeah, same. No, leech
Yeah,
anatomy
it's perfectly
works.
safe. Yeah,
Okay,
leech
yeah.
anatomy works.
Wait, does a
It's a lot
leech
of
have
diagrams.
32 brains? Excuse me?
Does it?
what?
A leech's internal structure is divided into 32 separate segments, and each of these segments has its own brain.
cool.
Oh,
What?
hello? I'm learning wild things. Okay, so did you know that leeches have 2 suckers?
I only just now. I'm learning.
I'm assuming one of them is more so to stay in place, but I don't know. They
Yeah.
have a oral sucker
Mhm.
and a caudal sucker. His butt sucker.
Yeah,
Butt
posterior sucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
also a butt sucker. You will find.
God damn it.
Call you the leech.
Yeah. around these parts.
Call you Heater Gorilla.
Downtown, they know me as Huda Gorilla. Because I'll be sucking.
We are.
Well, anyways.
Well,
We're like
Anyway.
20 minutes in.
So throw Leech Anatomy out the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely.
Because this guy is, since I am not the Monster Hunter person, I'm going to do my best to describe him as a
Go
for
for it.
non-Monster Hunter people. He reminds me of like this costume. If you gave it a different color scheme, would have been a good Volcano Man.
Yeah.
He is a tube with a distinct opening at the top, which I do not know why. And yeah, the antennae right by that opening, and then a cyclopean eye, and folds around the face that kind of look like eyebrows and mouth, but like whatever.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
There is another video game character reference that Higurula looks quite a bit like that I noticed that none of us have mentioned.
Hit me with it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see if anyone else can remember it like I did just now.
Mm.
I can't say.
Gopher, you want to take a pot shot at it?
No.
That's fair. I mean, like I said, I literally only just now remembered it, and I was like, yeah, he definitely does look exactly like one of these. He looks like a like from Zelda.
Oh, you're right. He totally looks like a like
Yeah.
a watermelon striped
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Watermelon flavored like.
They were like, hey, what if a like had legs? And that's Higurilla, pretty much.
His like torso is like just ridged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Ribbed.
got his entire body, aside from the top of his head, is like ribbed. Gopher, you're the only one I can trust here.
You're right.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I actually just kind of, I
Yeah?
was thinking of something else.
Okay.
And I kind of tuned that out, so,
All right.
Fair. Proud of you.
Escapism.
Yeah. And I think this is the first Shocker. Well, no, I guess he has like a tentacle arm and I think that's a sucker.
No, yeah, so
It looks like a gun,
arm.
but
Yeah,
I think he uses it to drain the blood.
Yeah, it's what he used to suck because the top of his head doesn't work for some reason or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is.
The picture I linked, it was the best I could find on Google. And it definitely makes it look like a tentacle arm, but that's his regular grippa with his whip.
Okay, so he just has like I think it's a tentacle emerging also from that arm, but yeah, he has a normal hand to swing it.
Yeah.
He likes he likes to lasso you and then suck you dry with his crazy straw.
Yeah.
Which is a fun effect I feel we should talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. So the way they set it up, they make it look like it's like a part of the suit.
I think it's an internal shot. It's supposed to be like an X-ray view of his internal anatomy.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking as well. It's just I'm trying to think about how they would have actually done the effect, right? Because the likelihood of that actually being on the suit and them just like going to that part of the suit to film
super
that
not.
bit, right? Exactly.
I think this is special effects plywood, but
Yeah, probably.
in disguise.
Which I will say though, for it being special effects plywood in disguise, they do a very good job of making it look like it's actually on the suit.
Yeah. The color schemes of it all is very in sync.
Very good. But yeah, it's just like this section of, like I said, it's made to look like the suit, and it's got like this plastic tubing that runs through it. And when he goes to give someone the suck, you watch as, our red paint that we use as blood in this show just kind of snakes its way through the tubes, and it's we see it like 4 or 5 times in the episode.
Yeah,
it's good.
They bring it out a few times.
Something like that.
It's a good effect.
It's straight up blood.
Yeah.
Man's stealing your blood.
All of it, too, apparently.
It's
Or
a
at
good
least a
amount.
significant enough portion of it.
Enough to make you just instantly anemic.
Right. Which is a lot of blood, right?
That's, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good amount of blood.
Why are you taking all my blood, dog? I need that.
I don't think I've ever. This is an interesting sentence.
Please.
But I don't think I've ever seen a child bleed this much on TV.
Yeah, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, we were. B's note is they dead? Is children
they were
dead?
bleeding.
Was a pretty good question because yeah, like all we see in this moment is that this leech just rolls up and takes their blood. And they're right by a lake, and I was like half assuming the shocker goons would be like just like dump them in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Push him. No need him. Got the blood.
Yeah.
Like, I don't suspect the show would kill children, but I was legitimately curious. I wasn't 100% like, oh, they're definitely safe. I was like,
I don't take
know.
any chances with Kamen Rider at this point. I've seen too much shit.
Who knows what will happen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have too at this point, honestly.
Probably, yeah. I was gonna say, you've
Now
been
that I've-
watching V3.
Yeah.
God, I wish I want to watch
Oh.
V3 so bad.
It's on the
You
list.
can't
There's
really
nothing
feel
stopping
safe.
Yeah.
You. Or did I say it's on the list or not on the list?
It's not
It's
on
not
the
on the
list,
list.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's not on the list, so
I
you
might-
can watch it.
I might have to.
Maybe.
Yeah, let your feelings of security immediately melt away watching the first 2 episodes of V3. Sincerely, like, that had me shaken.
Wow.
Those first steps are always a doozy.
I know very little about V3, but all I know about it just seems so good.
Everything B has told me about V3 has made me very much so want to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
For
But I
anyone
won't
who is
for you, Gopher.
like, oh,
Well, because we can't have the majority of
Camaraderie.
the cast of the podcast have watched V3 by the time we get to it.
I'm sorry.
No,
Assuming
it's
we
fine.
do.
Y'all have fun.
But for anyone out there who, similar to me, was thirsty for more Kamen Rider but doesn't want to touch on any material that we will be using for the podcast, V3 thus far feels a lot like Ichigo, but like harder. I don't know if that really makes sense, but
I mean, it doesn't.
I do
not
mean
make
it when
sense.
okay. I don't know if I can really elaborate without spoilers, but I do mean it when I say, hey, watch those first 2 episodes and feel your sense of security immediately melt away.
That sounds like a good time, honestly.
I love to feel frightened and unsure.
What
Me
year
too.
was V3?
V3 was right after Ichigo, so I want to say it was
73.
73. Yeah, I was gonna say
Wow, just right there. Okay.
they played this shit close to the chest, dog. Even more so with Kamen Rider than Sentai a little bit, but like, yeah, once they got into the groove, they were just like bam, 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 right after the other. Except for in 74 when they did 2 series back to back. That was weird.
But you know what else is weird?
Tell us what else is weird.
These... Wait, sorry, I was about to segue into the next scene, but I don't recall if we actually finished describing this first one.
I mean, we pretty much
Did we say what the ultimate fate of the children was at the end of the scene?
We don't actually find out.
Well, at the end of the scene.
We know they get taken to the chakra base,
Yeah,
but that's
they get
it.
scooped up.
That's what I mean. Did we say they got taken?
Yeah, we that's it was
Okay.
part of the synopsis.
Segue to the next scene. Things I hate. We're still playing poker with these
Yeah.
horrible
Big
giant
ass
cards.
Everybody.
Big ass cards.
It's amazing how much mileage these giant ass cards are getting outside of their first use of as weapons.
Yeah, my coach, my big ass cards.
It's kind of insane how much play these things are getting
Yeah, really.
without being used as weapons like they were for the very first time we saw them.
Yeah.
It's
You gotta push the cards.
I'll push the cards, brother.
That's good
People
shit.
love the cards.
Yeah?
Imagine if Vince McMahon made Kamen Rider.
Oh, God. And yeah, he's gonna give him a rider kick. Oh, people love that shit. We're gonna have Shocker kidnap the girl, yeah. And he's gonna marry her.
Oh god.
Yeah.
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 That'd be the big thing, is Shocker would just be a guy. Wouldn't be a whole Nazi
Shocker!
organization. Yeah, Shocker!
You will not escape me.
Will Shocker finally be able to defeat the Kamen Rider at Hell in a Cell? Find out now. Only $49.99 on pay-per-view.
Shit.
I get that.
Read the dirt sheets.
Can't wait for 1995 when Shocker throws Kamen Rider off the top of Hell of a Cell. Broken in half. Good lord.
This Hongo is my witness. He's broken in half.
I'll put butts in seats.
Jesus. Alright.
Alright, yeah, we've done. We're trying to get it out of our system, y'all.
Never. You'll never do it.
Well, it's
No.
Look, it's a lifestyle. You get as
Exactly. That's
deep
why
in
you
the
can't.
page.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get as deep in as Shakes and I are, and you can't escape it.
It's just you're a wrestling fish and you're swimming in the wrestling ocean. You're not gonna get out.
It's true.
Especially not by watching Kamen Rider.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no.
The show that might as well be made by pro wrestlers. Especially with how consistent the stories are.
Yeah.
Big ass card. What was the? I
Yeah,
feel like
big-ass
I
cards.
zoned out of this scene because Tachibana was just sort of talking and we were all staring at the cards.
Yeah. No, I mean that's basically this whole scene can be summed up in Tachibana talks about how some kids got kidnapped and they haven't been found. Hayato thinks it's Shocker and he decides to investigate because one of the kids was his photography senpai's kid.
Yeah, photography senpai.
Yeah,
That's a nice little bit
photography
of
senpai.
backstory for Hayato finally.
Yeah, we're finally fleshing out his character. Like 40 episodes in.
Yeah.
Which gives more credence to my theory of the note I wrote, which is 3 of Goro's friends are dead.
Mm.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, that's just a given with the way Goro operates his business. It also doesn't hurt that Goro was basically the only person to respond to Tachibana during this conversation. Like, Goro did the majority of the talking.
Yeah.
Everyone's too busy playing cards. Fucking
Playing
old
those
people
big-ass cards.
playing their gin rummy.
Playing oversized Go Fish.
They have to play Old Maid, but there isn't an oversized Old Maid, so it ends really quickly.
God.
I wonder which one it is.
You think
yeah,
it comes with an oversized rules card?
Yeah, I was just
Yes.
thinking.
Yes.
Absolutely. No, oversized Jokers, too.
That's the ones you should throw at people.
Yeah. They do extra damage.
So they can do anything.
Exactly. I don't know. Is there truly anything else we want to say about this scene? Like, we did it, kinda.
No, not really.
Alright, cool. Moving on. Moving right along. Footloose.
Wait,
Yeah.
I think this is the scene I made a note. It's not super pertinent to this scene specifically, but it was just something I noted here before we can move on with the rest of our lives. I just gotta say,
Please.
Hayato's hair never recovered
Nope.
from Christmas.
It sure as shit didn't. They fucking lost the money in the budget for his hair product.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what
a
they are
shame.
spending it on instead. I assume Hongo's hair product.
I was gonna say they blow it every
Oh
time
my God,
Hongo
you're
comes
right.
back. He's second fiddle now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Special
I
guest
don't want
star gets the
Hayato to
hair.
be second fiddle.
Look,
I mean,
I was gonna
all
say,
things-
if Hayato has to be second
too.
fiddle in anything, I think hair is the department I'm willing to make him second fiddle in.
But also, let's be fair, I adore Hongo, but Hayato's had, like, more than triple the screen time at this point.
Yeah. That's why they gotta make it extra special when Hongo comes back.
Yeah.
What?
Mhm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What? Does he not amuse you?
Who, Hongo?
Yeah.
I love Hongo. I love Hongo so much.
Good. You
sound a
you
little
seem
bored, man.
tired. You seem a little bored.
You sound a little bored around Hongo. What are you saying,
I
Fets?
woke up at 6 in the goddamn morning today and then went to work for 8 hours. I get 1. You motherfuckers.
Okay, next one then.
Yeah.
Fine.
Thank you for your service.
I could leave. End this podcast now.
It'd be the shortest
Fine.
episode, words you wouldn't have much editing to do.
Yeah, be fine. I wouldn't even give a shit.
Oh, I would.
Well, you better watch your asses.
Okay.
Fucking.
Sorry.
I swear to God, I will
Gonna
turn
go.
this podcast around.
Fets gonna go fucking Hollywood.
We got a 40-minute turnaround time.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
What?
There are a lot of things that I do that are unacceptable on this podcast, and I'll admit that. I am allowed one honest human mistake, though. God damn it!
That's why you yawn inwardly, so no one can tell when you're yawning.
What do I look like, Jack Black?
Spiritually.
Can't inward yawn. Can you?
Yeah,
You mean like with your mouth closed?
No.
Is that what you mean?
like you open.
Oh, you mean inhaling?
Yeah, you inhale yawn.
Yawning in.
I think I've done that before.
That's
I-
just how I yawn.
I cannot say I have
Oh.
mastered the technique.
Hey, Gopher,
Me
do you
neither.
find your ears popping weirdly? Like
Like
often?
always?
Yeah.
Maybe a little, yeah.
Maybe stop inward yawning.
I just do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know how
You
to
might
outward
be-
yawn.
You just kind of yawn out.
Yeah.
Open that mouth, gamer.
No,
I'm sure everybody in the audience is demonstrating right now.
Yeah.
Fucking talking about yawning.
I auto-complete to yawn inward. I'll have to do research and get back to you.
Be prepared. There will be a quiz in 2 days.
Oh no.
Anyway. Where the fuck was I?
I think we're visiting
There we go.
guy's wife, right?
Yes, we are. So he speaks with his mentor's wife. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this out here now. I don't know when they actually first tell you this dude and his family's name is, but I didn't catch it in the rewatch. They're the Yamazakis. So it's Mr. Yamazaki, Mrs. Yamazaki, and their son, what's his name? Like Hiroshi Yamazaki or something like that? The Mr.
I think that's the
Yamazaki
next
says it at
guy.
some point in the episode. The next episode's kid is Hiroshi, but I think this kid is also Hiroshi. I don't remember.
And Hiroshi
There's
on
so
hard
many
times.
heroes.
Yeah, really.
He lost his parents in one episode.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is these people have names. I didn't write them in the synopsis because I didn't catch them.
Hisashi.
Hisashi, there it is. I knew it started with an H.
Hisashi.
Yeah. Anyway, they're the Yamazakis. I didn't write them as the Yamazakis, so if I ever fuck that up at some point, just remember I mean the Yamazakis.
My neighbors, the Yamazakis.
So anyway, Hayato speaks with Mrs. Yamazaki, who reveals that Mr. Yamazaki has been going out every day looking for his son. We see Mr. Yamazaki near the pond, specifically the pond where his son was attacked, when he is attacked by Shocker, but he is able to get a picture of Leech first. Back at the Shocker base, Mr. Yamazaki is fed a serum that is said to reduce his IQ to that of a primitive ape man that will serve Shocker.
All right.
Yeah. Let's
All right.
let's talk about the Become Monkey serum, shall we?
Well, I first wanted to cover because I know B pointed it out, and I was also
Please.
noticing his
Please.
his little. He takes a picture of the monster and then hooks the
Mhm.
camera.
Yep, he sure does.
Very gently, just tosses it aside in front of the guy, not obfuscating this action whatsoever.
Not even a little bit.
And as B calls it, and as I was thinking it, he's immediately forgotten by the monster.
Oh yeah, of course.
Fucking
Why
leech,
would, I mean,
leech
why would
brain.
you care about fucking... This is a camera. What does he give a shit?
Evidence?
What's evidence? Evidence
Shocker
of what?
is never
Shocker is
thought about
invincible.
evidence.
Shocker's never thought about anything ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shocker's
Once in
never
their
thought.
lives. I mean, they leaned into this before with with that kid in the jellyfish episode.
They really did. They're so inconsistent.
And
To be
this-
fair,
yeah.
that was back in the Zol days, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was back in the old days. Back when
Clown
times
ass.
were better.
The good old days.
I don't know if they were. They were
I
just
think
different.
they were.
They were just
I mean,
different.
yeah, I guess they were different. I don't know.
Times was different back then. I don't know if Zol was any better though.
I will say, as we continue and get more and more of him, while I think Dr. Death is maybe more entertaining for, like, the terms of the podcast, in that he keeps doing wild shit, I think I actually liked Zol as a bad guy better.
Yeah.
Like an actual leader, yes.
I don't disagree. I like the concept of Zol, I think, better than any of the execution though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, yeah.
That's fair.
But I don't know what I think about Dr. Death other than I'm having a great time anytime he's on screen.
That's fair.
Maybe not
Dr.
for the
Death is-
reasons they intended, but
Yeah.
boy howdy.
Dr. Death is just so wild.
It's keeping me engaged every time. Like we're in the stage where they're trickling in more weird shit about Dr. Death, and
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm leaning in. Like, where are you going with this, Kamen Rider?
What crazy thing are you gonna have this motherfucker do next? Yeah, we
Like-
get some choice Dr. Death weirdness in these two episodes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
For now, I guess. Yeah, the camera thing was mainly the only thing really there, but yes, they whip out the surge.
Yep.
We gotta fill their bodies with surge instead of blood. Turn them into monkey.
Oh, I did have one other note for
Oh,
this
yeah,
scene,
sorry.
which I just found hilarious for some reason, and it's right after Dr. Death feeds subject the monkey serum. Shocker statue was like, hey, what's going on over here?
Yeah, really.
And I'm like, do you really not get any of your plans greenlit whatsoever? Like, there is no leadership here whatsoever.
It's
The shocker
truly
light was
wild.
green, B.
Yeah.
You're so right, but, you know, that aside, I don't know, just their ultimate fascist leader just popping in and be like,
What's
Hey,
hey,
what's
what
up?
y'all doing?
What's going on?
What
Yeah,
is happening here, Doctor?
oh, what's this? I didn't get this in your report.
Yeah.
What's
Yo, Steve, what you doing?
Remember how we were talking about how Dr. Death would have like plans and schemes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this episode.
I don't think he had shit.
Shit just happens and shit just
Yeah.
gets done.
I think he's learned his lesson and that all his plans fail, so the only reasonable response to all your plans failing is to never plan anything ever again,
Play
I
it by ear.
guess.
Yeah, fuck
I'm
it.
just gonna do things and see what happens.
Yeah.
As a very sad quote from Parasite, don't plan, because if you plan, things can go wrong.
Exactly.
This is true.
Parasite's good. I was thinking about that movie today.
Parasite's such a good movie.
It's apparently already in the Criterion collection.
That's not surprising.
Yeah,
Especially because, considering it won like fucking 2 Oscars. So.
yeah.
I still
They
haven't
better
watched
be
Parasite.
shoving that
I
shit.
need to. Gotta hunt that down and watch it sometime.
Oh, it's so good.
I also recommend The Host.
Ooh, yeah.
That's also a good movie.
I've never
If
heard
you
of
want more
those.
from that guy.
Huh.
It's a
And
much
also-
more actual like monster movie.
Memories of Murder? I think that's the same
But-
director.
It's I think I don't know,
That
but
was
yeah,
a
the
really good
host
one.
the host is a monster movie in the way that like original Godzilla is a monster movie.
Mm.
Monster is the symbolism.
The monster is
Enjoy.
the symbolism.
I love when the monster is the symbolism.
But also there's some not symbolism. just just to pile
It's
in
also
with
just
the
some
symbolism.
kaiju fun. Yeah.
Well, also, I mean, the thing that it is symbolic of is also happening literally in the movie.
Oh yes, yes. I think they're just trying to be like, hey, hammer in the lesson here, by the way.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Come on. We need y'all to pay attention. This is going to be on the test.
That's art.
Mm.
Anyways,
That's
yeah, those
starting
aren't all those movies are good.
Check them out, y'all. And I guess
Please.
while we're recommending shows of Korean origin, shows and movies of Korean origin, I will just jump on the flavor of the month bandwagon and say go
Yeah, I
watch
was
Squid
gonna
Game.
say.
It's
You still haven't gotten to that.
If
it's
you want.
good. It's good. I don't know. I liked it. Chicks, you seem lukewarm on it. Did you check it out or?
I haven't actually properly watched it, but I have witnessed spoilers, and I think most of it is good.
Yeah, that's
Most of
that's
it
the
looks
other
neat.
thing I would say is try to go into it as spoiler free as you can and just watch it. It's a good show. It's very enjoyable.
Kamen Rider
Kamen
is also
Rider.
enjoyable.
Yeah, Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider is a good show. We should watch that.
Kamen Rider is a great show. We should watch that.
We got the juice. We got the monkey
Yeah,
juice.
we got the juice. Yeah, we've given the man the monkey juice. He has turned into the Hulk.
Yeah. we circa 1970s.
Yeah,
Where we just splatted some green paint on him in a
it's the
splotchy, uneven way.
the Lou Ferrigno Hulk.
Yeah, he's going Lou Ferrigno on him.
Same brain. Anyway, let's see. This guy gets attacked by Shocker. He takes a picture first. Back at the Shocker base. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Back at the Moto Club, Hayato and Co. learned that Mr. Yamazaki has gone missing, and they develop the photos he has taken in the camera that was left behind. Seeing the picture of Leech, Hayato and Taki go to investigate, but are attacked by Shocker. Hayato and Taki fight them off, but Hayato leaves after rescuing Taki, who has lost too much blood.
The photo developing scene that drove B insane immediately.
That's
Pulled it out of a bucket of water in like broad daylight.
Yeah.
Here's
This
my
is
new
my dark room.
Yeah, like it's
yeah.
done, and I'm like, what?
Here's my new hypothesis.
Tell us your
yes.
hypothesis.
Taki, being an FBI agent, has digital cameras.
Ah,
Wait! Nope, he didn't take the photo. Never mind.
he sure didn't.
He super did not.
I was interested in seeing how you were going to connect those two sentiments, but
Well, you see,
I
talking gave him
appreciate
the
you
camera.
I
Yeah.
appreciate you just abandoning it instead and being like,
No.
no, that can't be it.
No,
No, like-
bail out. Drive the car off the cliff.
Yeah.
I it's amazing to me that there was apparently the police found this camera
Mm-hmm.
and did nothing with it.
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a goddamn thing. There and
Just,
and
here you
Hayato
go.
was like, I'm a genius. Let's develop the film.
Right?
Like, yeah, no shit, huh? I guess
Remember,
it's good that
kids.
the cops don't have this because
Yeah.
they're not Kamen Rider, but still.
Cops will never help you. Only trust
Yeah.
Kamen Rider.
I was gonna say, only believe in your fists or Kamen
Okay,
Rider.
If you can't believe in God, and you can't believe in Buddha, and you can't believe in cops,
You can always believe
Yeah.
in Kamen Rider. And if you can't believe in Kamen Rider for whatever reason, you can believe in your fists.
Believe in Godzilla or Mothra.
Oh, sure.
Probably Mothra.
Yeah.
Mothra has a much more consistent moral track record.
Yeah.
Believe in Mothra.
Not that she hasn't had some slip ups. She has.
Mostly cultural ones.
Yeah.
Ugh. Infant Islands,
Yeah.
please never again. I could never see that again and be happy. But there's also many Kamen Riders. If you can't believe in some of them, surely you can believe in others.
You can. I mean, I'm trying to think,
Masked Michael.
and literally, there's
I love
only
Miss Michael.
one Kamen Rider that I am aware of that is. No, I'm sorry. There are 2 Kamen Riders that are cops.
Oh no.
So,
But
yeah,
they're-
I'm not
No,
surprised.
they're both good dudes.
I'm sure they are. It's just, in a series like this, I would be more surprised than not if there was never cops playing the protagonists.
Only one of them is a protagonist, actually.
Ooh.
The other one's a secondary writer, and I actually think he's an. I think he's an ex-cop too. I don't remember.
An ex-cop.
Yeah, I don't remember if
Now
he
we're
quit the
talking.
force by the time he shows up in the show or not.
He saw too
Been
much.
a while since.
Too much corruption.
No, he was on a revenge quest.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
He was on some
mm.
straight up someone murdered my family, and I'm gonna figure out who they are and then go murder them. Shit.
Oh no, not again.
Yeah.
Does seem to happen.
Yeah. That's. I
This
mean.
keeps happening to those cops.
Yeah.
New hypothesis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
New drink called hot sauce.
Yeah. The police do not have a dark room, and thus they pretended that the camera was useless.
We can't let them know
That's not more. That's not more
because
responsible.
they can just go use a public one or something. I don't know. There's got to be like.
1
You gotta
hour
be
photo.
able to get your yeah, exactly, right? You gotta be able to go get your photos developed at Walgreens,
Yeah.
right? Or
Japanese
something.
Go down to your
Walgreens.
local CVS. Can I get the doubles, please?
Yeah.
I don't know, they were on lunch break.
Other fun thing to note about this picture though is
Mhm.
that it's very much feels like one of those official pictures that we dig up
Yep.
of the monsters. It's-
Yeah.
He's posing for the camera, full body, perfect lighting.
Yeah. My
Like
note
it's a
for,
great photo.
my note for this section when we saw that picture was post for the fans. Whoa, you go, big guy. Tiki 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 deska.
すごいですね。
Anyway.
I miss VGCW sometimes. That's where my brain goes whenever I think of the Pose for the Fans Wrestling Man.
Oh, that's fair.
Is that they for their interview segments they made the Rhythm Heaven girl from that
That's
game
so good.
and would play the little background
That's
That's
cute.
fucking great.
for interviews. It was fantastic. I love VGCW is so fucking good.
Shout out to VGCW.
An art form I could never replicate.
That's all right.
So the blood transfusion.
Yeah, do you want to go?
Oh, gosh.
We want to go straight to that?
Oh, yeah, I guess there's not
I
much
mean,
to cover in the
there's-
fight itself because it's
swords
just
back.
Taki getting owned, and yeah, there's
Yeah.
some swords.
We get
The
some
swords
sword
are
play.
good.
Sword
We
play
got
is
some
always
death
nice.
counts.
More people falling
Bees,
prey
bees
to
thirst
the...
for blood,
Yeah.
Mm.
just like the leech.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The crazy straw.
I mean, if B was
no.
gonna drink some blood, I would assume it'd be from a crazy straw.
If you
I
have
mean,
the chance, why not?
ideally,
Yeah, right?
just depends what my setup that is. You never know when you're gonna be caught off guard with the opportunity to get blood,
Ideal
but not have
setup.
your crazy straw on you. Okay, ideally, yes, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
if you
ideally.
just got yourself your pitcher of blood, so you can pour yourself some blood
Yeah.
at for your bedtime snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I'm just kind
Umbrella,
of imagining
Crazy Straw.
the G Fuel comic, but with blood.
Or that, yeah.
Good old Yarnak heavy.
That's some hot blood.
You
When
get
need to
some
get to bed.
sugar, you get some blood, you whip it in a food processor for a few minutes, you get blood whipped cream. There you go.
Delicious. Put it in your
How
hot
well
chocolate.
does blood aerate? I'm curious.
That's a really good question, yeah.
Some puree blood.
Speaking of blood, I'd love to
God,
see
no.
a direct blood transfusion.
what
This doctor takes like an entire vial full of savory V8 directly from Tachibana's veins.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah. In what universe would this shit
they
be
test for-
allowed?
Did they test at all for blood types? Is that just?
I would have to assume that it happened off screen or something.
It's just very concerning.
It's not how you do this. He
It's so
takes the
not.
same needle he took the blood out to stick into another person and put the
Yeah.
blood in. This is not how it works. This thing is the size of like a POG container. Also, it is big. It's a
Titanic
big
syringe.
fucking syringe.
Freaking French press full of V8.
Yeah.
Doesn't clean the needle, by the way.
No.
No,
Instant, just person to person.
it is still hot.
Mm-hmm.
Freshly squeezed. Delicious.
Freshly squeezed.
And they're all like, "Man, it's a good thing we did this." And they're like, and doctor's like, "Don't thank me, thank that man." You get the
Yeah,
dramatic
as-
pan over to Tachibana.
Tachibana, like, as if they didn't fucking know. As if they didn't show
We
up in
weren't
the
looking.
same car as this nigga.
We didn't feel like thanking him, doctor.
Yeah, look, you don't know what he's done.
Tachibana just like raising a limp middle finger at everybody. Yeah, fuck you kids too.
Just
Good for him.
truly Eric Andre show type energy. Just,
Yeah,
hey, Tachibana, look at me, bitch.
bitch.
So after witnessing the most whack blood transfusion in the history of the world, what the hell happens next? Let's see what
I
blood
don't.
is
Anything
possible.
could happen.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Once he is better, Emmy and Yuri call Mrs. Yamazaki to let her know that
Yeah.
Taki is. See, I put better twice. Whatever. They let Miss Yamazaki know that Taki is feeling better and that they plan to visit when they are attacked by Shocker. And then Miss Yamazaki is also attacked by Shocker. That's not how I wrote it, but that's how I'm clarifying it.
Mm-hmm.
Back at the Shocker base, Mr. Yamazaki is given an antidote so that he can see his wife and son have been turned into Shocker slaves. Dr. Death says he will turn them back to normal if Mr. Yamazaki calls in Hayato. Mr. Yamazaki complies, and Hayato agrees to come to where he says Shocker's base is alone.
Sorry, this is definitely where I started writing down that shit just is happening without
Yeah.
any real connection.
Yeah,
This is
the plot.
the scenes just sort of start and end,
Mhm.
and then it goes to another scene that starts and ends.
I feel we really must clarify that, like, here's the thing that I thought when I saw this, right? Because Emmy and Yuri, they're at the Moto Club.
Yeah,
They get attacked by Leechurilla.
yeah.
Mhm.
About 5 seconds after they get attacked by Leechurilla, Mrs. Yamazaki also gets attacked by Leechurilla.
Dude's fast.
I thought there was going to be like a big prestige, and we were going to get back to the Shocker base, and Dr. Death was going to be like, yes, my plan to turn all of the ape-brain slaves into Leechurilla was a success. Soon I will have an army of Leechmen storm across Japan. No,
No,
it's
No.
just the one.
it's just no
It's just real
conveyed
fast.
passage of
The
time.
dude, yeah, he just fucking
Yeah.
teleports.
I get you too. I
Yeah,
also
fuck
just
you.
like I just found it very funny that they're calling this lady and just like making plans to hang out.
Yeah, really.
There was no reason to. Like they weren't listed as like, oh, we want to keep an eye on you. You know, like we'll keep you company
No,
while your husband is still missing.
They're gonna
just
go
gonna hang.
celebrate. Taki is better.
Yeah,
You
you're
love-
a friend now.
Yeah, you love Taki, right, Mrs. Yamazaki? Your husband.
Oh, no.
I've never met him. No, don't worry. It's fine.
Is this just how people socialized in the 70s?
Maybe shit.
Or
I don't know.
Maybe a little. You know, you meet someone, you don't hate them. You're just like, well, I guess let's just hang out more.
That's as good as it's getting. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's fair.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
covered
got no
in
internet
leeches.
forums. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's your excuse to flake when you don't feel like. Sorry, I can't
Oh,
make it.
I'm
I'm
covered in
leeches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Losing
I know.
blood
I really
fast.
wanted to. I really wanted to. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's just. Yeah.
It's just not good. Just not good. You know, it's not a good time. All right,
You
I'll
know,
see
just-
you.
Yeah. No, I'll let you
Oh,
know.
wait,
Don't worry about
worry.
it. Just...
Yeah. Yeah.
See you next week. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh God, leeches.
Yeah, I'll ring the truth out of you yet.
Instant karma.
Instant karma. You reap what you sow.
Yeah. There's the part where he's feeding him the antidote,
Mhm.
which is very funny on its own because it's just a big red vial.
Just a big old dropper of V8.
and he's curing him of blood loss? Question mark. No, wait, never mind. He did make him green earlier.
yeah,
I
he
guess.
did make him green dabba dee dabba die. So
Okay, so yeah, he's
Now he's
gotten
making
his
him
blood
red.
back, and he makes him more red again, which
yeah,
is the opposite.
we're
of green.
rebalancing the teams.
Red means stop. So
Stop being brainwashed.
yeah, stop fucking around. So he does this, and this stuff is definitely just paint.
Mm.
It's just water and paint. And he drips it
I was
directly into his mouth, and he's just like immediately.
I'm so glad I wasn't the only person thinking that. I wrote in my notes like, poor actors drinking paint. These poor
Yeah,
people.
Like I really want to hope that they were smart enough to not. But
But it was the
definitely
70s.
it definitely looks like it's just paint.
He certainly reacts like he literally is just like.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, what is...
yeah, like they couldn't even make that scene so it cut when he does that, so that you could maintain the illusion that he drank the
That's
liquid.
not paint.
That is definitely not paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very silly. And then he has monkey wife.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, their use of term as like human slave is very generous, given that they have just made monkeys.
Monkey.
They don't really seem capable of anything outside of just like grooming each other.
Yeah, they
like-
literally do the monkey grooming. It's not
It's-
even an exaggeration.
It's a good thing that this wasn't the plot to the next episode.
I know, right?
Because holy shit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that though.
If those plots were swapped around,
Yikes.
This would be there would be different energy, I think.
oh yeah. For instance, I'd be much more jubilant.
Yeah, you'd be
I'd-
going fucking
Yeah,
wild.
I'd be going ape shit.
I was resisting.
As is your right, honestly.
Good lord.
What even fucking happens after this scene?
I mean,
Before we
it's-
continue,
Sorry,
oh,
go
go
on.
ahead.
yeah, there. Since we haven't mentioned it yet, I do think it is fun that Hugorilla is, making monkey noises as well.
Does he?
Kinda, just like the chimp laugh. Like the
Oh, yeah, I see it
A
now.
little, yeah.
Didn't
We
really
got-
think about it.
We got a
that way.
couple
I
of
thought that
weird
was fun.
monster noises in these episodes.
Yeah.
yeah,
Some
no,
really does
At
not
least-
fit, but it's like, what noise would these things make? They don't make noise in real life.
Right, yeah.
The gentle waves of the ocean.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
The sound of being underwater.
Yeah. The sound of ripping a fat bong.
Reefer. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
What
let's-
the hell
let's-
happens
let's-
next scene? Because I genuinely forgot.
I mean,
Gotta-
Hayato shows
we
up.
gotta
I
go.
think. What? Hold on.
Oh yeah, another scene that just happens.
Yeah, hold on. Where it's okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about fucking Grandpa listening to Acoustic Alchemy.
We sure didn't.
Yes,
yeah.
we have to.
Okay, no.
We gotta talk about the wiretapping. Yeah. So yeah, as I mentioned in the synopsis, old Yamazaki, he calls up Hayato at the hospital. He's like,
phone.
yeah, on the shocker phone. Ring, 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 ring. Shocker phone. Yeah, he calls Hayato on the shocker phone, and he's like, hey, this is where the shocker base is. They're keeping me. I need you to come rescue me, but you gotta come alone. And Hayato is like, yeah, alright, cool.
Sure, lol.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I've done this before.
Because Hayato is a real warrior and doesn't afraid of anything. And it's great, because we get Dr. Death, who is standing, like, right behind this guy. But he's got on, like, one of those big old pairs of 70s over-ear headphones.
It's so good.
You know exactly the kind. There's...
Listening
You
to
know the
them.
big white ones that
Yeah.
were in the computer lab when
Yes.
you were a little kid?
Yes. It was literally just thinking. Those shits.
Yeah! Oh my god.
Fuck.
It's so good. It's...
Dr.
there's-
Death listening to those hi-fis.
Yeah, really. Lo-fi beats to kill Kamen Rider 2.
Absolutely using that for the next announcement for this
Yeah,
episode.
you will have seen the picture, because there is no universe in which this picture is not our announcement photo for the episode. Because
It's-
this is fucking amazing.
It's insane. He is literally right next to the man.
Like,
First and
right
foremost.
next to him.
He is just standing there. He does nothing to like signify anything outside of him just holding the headphones and listening. Like he's not like at a station or something. Like he's not. It's weirder that he's standing up for this, I guess.
Yeah.
Somehow that makes it weirder to me. Of all the times for him not to be in his like wheelchair in front
No,
of the
yeah,
screen.
you're right. Because definitely, if this was like Zol, you know, going back to the comparison, he'd be at
Right.
his weird fucking NASCAR desk at least, right?
Yeah.
Or he'd be at like some
Yeah.
sort of control panel where maybe he'd have like a hidden camera on Hayato as well, and you'd be checking that. Right? Zol would make himself look busy, at least.
A little bit.
At his weird, horrible, like, skate park
Right,
desk.
yeah.
Hot Wheels track.
Yeah.
Like, Dr. Death is just standing. He looks like he's listening. You know when you go, or when you used to go to, like, music stores, and they would have that kiosk where you could scan the barcode
Yes.
of a CD and you could listen to tracks? He looks
Yeah,
like
the
he's
same.
doing
God, yes.
that.
He's listening to the samples, yeah.
Yeah. Checking out the new
Taylor
fucking...
Taylor
sounds
Swift's
pretty
got
good.
a new album.
listening to the new Steely Dan joint. It's... good lord. It's-
Brothers band. I like this one.
Bring me the one they call Michael McDonald. And his brothers Doobie. Oh.
What a fool believes, indeed. I would like everyone to know that I am bringing my hands up to hold my own headphones to do this bit.
Good. Oh my god. Thank you. It, like, truly, this is a weird episode, and I'm not sure if it's a hit or a dud. But if the general consensus at the end of the day is that this episode is a kind of a dud, at the very least it gave us this image. Because it's so fucking good.
This whole episode might be a dud, but it's a real funny dud.
It's a fun dud, for sure. Let's go ahead and wrap up what little of this episode there is left.
Yeah.
Oh, where are we? Okay, yeah, the Yamazakis are imprisoned as Hayato arrives, and he breaks into the base. He attempts to rescue the prisoners, but is attacked by Shocker, and his blood is sucked out when Dr. Death threatens to flood the base. Taki, getting a notice that Hayato is in trouble, heads to the base with Tachibana while Hayato is turned into a slave. Outside the base, Taki and Tachibana run into Yamazaki, who gives them the antidote for the Shocker serum. Dr. Death has slave Hayato fight Taki and Tachibana, but they are successful in giving him the antidote. Hayato and Taki go after Shocker, while Tachibana saves the others.
Yeah, that's good enough cut.
Yeah, I thought about writing more, but I was like, that's fine to end the episode on.
Well, yeah, because there is a final fight scene. But before that, this is another one of those scenes just happening. Like, there's this whole bit where, like, they're hanging around, these Shocker goons are hanging around the entrance, and I feel like they're, like, waiting to ambush him, and he just sort of walks up and goes like, hey, guys.
I knew this was a trap, you fucking dicks. What, you think I'm stupid? Hey, yeah.
Yeah, and then he just henshins and gets in there. Or no, he doesn't, actually.
No,
that's
he
why
doesn't
he gets
yet.
fucked over. The idiot. Anyway.
Because the whole play, as determined by Dr. Death, is that Hayato has been told to come alone, and so Leecherilla's job is to suck Hayato's blood out before he gets a chance to transform, which, spoiler alerts, that works somehow. I don't understand how that works, but it does.
Well, mostly because he's being threatened. Like, because he gets
fair.
in there, he's cleaning house as a Kamen Rider does.
Mm-hmm.
What
he
was
gets
it?
to the part where
yeah,
the Rider girls recreate the end of Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, he finds all his friends green and angry like Banjo-Kazooie. Right. Yeah. What was it? Emmy's actress was really hamming.
Yeah, it was. Emmy's actress having the fucking having a great
she's
time
front
with
and center, so she's chewing it.
Yeah, absolutely chewing the shit out of that scene.
And then he dominoes some dudes.
Yeah, we break Yamazaki out, which was a great opportunity to remind us that Shocker prisons have small doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for babies. Yeah. They're so short. You have to crawl out of them.
No, yeah, really, I don't understand.
And in theory, into them.
Probably. Maybe that's the idea. The door's just tall enough for you to be thrown into.
Yeah,
I guess if
like
they got
DJ
you knocked
Jazzy
out,
Jeff.
whatever. Jeez. Fucking completely derailed my brain with
did I get you with
the
that one?
image of DJ Jazzy Jeff flying out the door
into the Shocker prison.
And then I'm just hearing the Fresh Prince scene transition music.
Hey Jeffrey, would you make me a sandwich? No.
So yeah, Hayato goes in there, he's cleaning house, and then lo and behold, fucking Dr. Death Dracula instant transmissions into the room. Like right behind him.
Fucking 2-frame teleport.
Yeah. He might as well have been a cloud of bats. Like,
yeah, really.
This dude is more magic with every second that passes by now.
So yeah, like as we were mentioning about, we get some choice shit from Dr. Death. Apparently he can teleport. P-Brain.
Yeah. Hey P-Brain, can you teleport?
Hey P-Brain, can you teleport?
Can you teleport? Yeah, nothing personnel, kid. He
Yeah, really.
he gets it. And I guess the only reason Hayato doesn't just kill everybody in that base is because he has the switch that's like, hey.
Right, yeah, he's like, I'll fucking drown all the slaves if you don't stop fucking around.
It's the thing I can do, apparently. I guess this tiny pond was enough.
Apparently.
to fill the entire base.
Yeah, it did look like a really small pond. It is interesting that is the bluff that he went with. Of I'll bottom out
Maybe
the pond
they
and
just didn't.
Fucking drown. I mean, I guess if it was deep enough to fish in, but
I mean, even if it wasn't enough to completely drown the base, nobody wants that water damage.
No,
that's Shocker's problem.
Yeah, like come on.
I'm not saying that they deserve to not have that water damage. I'm just saying I could understand why anyone would want to avoid it.
Like, if it's not enough water to murder your friends, then, like, why would I give a shit? If I'm Kamen Rider, and I'm here to rescue a bunch of people, and this person is like, I've got enough water here to fucking do water damage to my walls, but it won't kill anyone. I'm just like, alright, press the button, dickhead.
Maybe he don't want the stinky water.
I don't care. It's gonna be covered
Ew,
by
nasty.
all of the blood I am about to cover myself in. Because I'm about to get some shocker guts.
Well, don't know if there's that much, but good luck, man.
I guess if we want to be nitpicky about it, maybe it would only fill the cell area.
I guess that's fair.
It could probably fill one room.
Yeah, that's fair.
Enough.
If they sealed off the cell and then just filled it with water, they could definitely
just put one hose directly into the cell.
Exactly.
Rude,
they got their hose to HDMI converter. They plugged it in.
Oh god. Still
Just
haunted by that.
A little audio visual for you.
But yeah, so Hayato still tries to fight, but he gets overwhelmed. He gets his girt slurped because it's perp. And that immediately activates Taki's Hayato signal.
I was gonna say the boyfriend distress signal.
Yeah. Something's going on with my boyfriend. Tajima, come on, let's go.
We did cover that he bugged him in the previous episode.
Yeah, I just didn't realize to what extent.
He's got his whole vitals. He's got nanomachines in him.
Yeah, really.
Oh no, they put bugs in them.
What?
Oh no.
Nani?
Can't wait for Kingdom Hearts to finally cross over with Bamco so we can get Kamen Rider World. It's gonna be great.
Oh god, Sora's going to see people get murdered, like, with blood.
Yeah, that's gonna be traumatic for him.
Finally.
I feel like he almost did that, but it just Kingdom Hearts wasn't man enough to
He
show
has
it.
seen dead bodies. Like, Clayton did just die.
Clayton did fucking die.
He just fucking dies. I think in Pirates World in Cage 3, there's a scene where somebody gets stabbed.
But I mean, that makes sense.
He's seen someone get shot in the first Pirates World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bloodless.
Yeah. It's time for Sora to confront bloody murder by meeting my good friend here,
Sora
Kamen Rider Amazon. Watch him rip off some dude's arm.
Oh.
Yes, please.
And use it like a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, I don't know. Is Sora ready for that?
For the bone
Sora?
club.
He better be. Or else his might
Sora
be
doesn't
the
have a
arm
choice.
that gets ripped off. If
Oh
he
no.
fucks around, he's gonna find out.
Oh no.
Nah, you can't kill anybody with that arm. It's too tiny.
Yeah, it's fair. We'll get the feet.
Here, take this, handsome Keyblade.
Take this.
Oh.
Kamen Rider probably couldn't wield a Keyblade.
Yeah, no, that's...
I don't know, Riku can wield a Keyblade.
You know what? Yeah.
You don't have to be...
Yeah.
I think it depends on which Kamen Rider. There are definitely Kamen Riders that can probably wield a Keyblade. There are definitely Kamen Riders who may not... none for you. You get no sword.
I think I was mixing
It
it up
doesn't-
with something else anyways.
Flying Nimbus.
Yeah.
Like Mjolnir. Yeah, like Flying Nimbus and Mjolnir or something.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know if
boyfriend
Kamen
distress
Rider
signal.
is pure of heart.
Some Kamen Riders are pure of heart. And some
Maybe
Kamen
Honda.
Riders are fat of ass. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
I am waiting for that tier list.
Yeah? Should I get to working on that? Fattest
Yes.
asses
Yeah,
in
let's
Kamen
go.
Rider?
Let's go, yeah.
Only if
Yes.
only if all the entries are the actual screenshots of their asses
Well, yeah,
that
obviously.
you're just sliding up into tier maker.
I am not opposed to a secondary tier list that is spiritual ass fatness,
Yes.
though.
It's true. There are some of these Kamen Riders who are much more himbo in energy than the fatness of their asses might lead you to believe.
Yeah, I mean, they're all probably going to be relatively twinky
Yeah.
in a literal
It
sense,
tends
but,
to
you
be
know.
the style.
You got one or two honks. There's a dad. There's just a straight up dad bod in Saber.
Cool.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on board with that.
Unfortunately, he is
Yeah.
taken. He is happily married and has a wife and a child.
You know, that's fine. I can appreciate from a distance.
Yeah, exactly. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
You just gotta, witness the thickness, as it were.
Exactly.
Is it
Yeah.
confirmed he's just only monogamous?
It hasn't, because we didn't, he's kind of a side
Eyes
character.
emoji.
But we see him have, a nice happy dinner with his wife and his child, but we don't know what he's doing after hours. And
One
this
can
is one of the
assume.
gayer
Just
Kamen Riders, so
Yeah,
who
just
knows?
saying.
No,
Who knows?
listen, that's his business.
Exactly.
Speaking of Kamen Rider,
Yeah.
he got the
Who?
suck. And,
Yeah. He got.
and it
Teach
wasn't from
sucked.
Taki, and he got an alert for it.
Hey, yo, boyfriend cheating.
What the fuck? So, we covered it in the synopsis, but they meet up with the guy, and he's like,
Mhm.
"Here, take this.
Here,
This is
take
an antidote.
this.
Here, may it serve you well."
Thank you. Having machine gun.
Thank you.
we
And then
get to watch Tachibana do fights.
I was literally about to say, like, so Tachibana goes fucking ham on some people. He this
Yeah.
is probably the most brutal we've seen Tachibana in a little while. Like he's working stiff. He's just clocking dudes.
Yeah.
There's no comical hijinks to be had. He is just killing.
Just punching. Yeah.
He's in his black turtleneck. He is ready to fucking fight.
Hell yeah. I love it.
And then he also, what I wrote down as Tachibana control panel evisceration.
You're not wrong.
'Cause-
Yeah, no, that's
'cause,
fair.
yeah, he goes up to that, like, I don't know, does somebody, like, say, like, oh my god, that control panel, you could kill the prisoners with it.
Yeah, Leecharillo runs up to the control panel. He's like, I gotta flood the base. And Tachibana is just like, nope. And starts
No.
fucking that shit up.
He just is pulling it to pieces with his bare hands. He's
Yeah.
snapping levers. He's just
Doesn't give
destroying
a
the hell out of
fuck.
this thing.
That must have been really fun to do, just like from an actor point of view.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was probably a
Just some
fun
set-
scene to do.
Some good set destruction.
Yeah. Just really unga bunga some shit.
Like, you would think he would, like, take, like, a pipe or something.
Nope. Bare
No.
hands.
Don't need it.
Every second of that is barehanded.
And every second of that also rules.
It was fantastic. And then
we
then
get
Kir
into
Hayato.
our end of episode fight scene.
The Hayato Kir scene, also good for if you want some out
Yes.
of context
Oh yeah.
shots of Taki just cradling Hayato in his arms.
Yeah, lovingly.
Yeah.
tenderly.
The pathos.
Tenderly. Yeah, like a fucking marble statue.
Yeah, really. Etsutaki.
But it's the opposite.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, we have a fight.
We have a fight that I'm trying to think. I feel like truly the most remarkable thing about this fight is the very end of it. I'm trying to think of any other things that happen in this fight that are big to be commented on.
Somebody got hip tossed off a little tiny bridge into the creek, which was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that this fight, or was that the earlier fight?
I can't remember.
Fair enough.
It was one of them this episode.
Yeah, it happened.
You were saying, P? Sorry.
Was it? Oh, I think I was just laughing.
Oh, it sounded like you were in thought. About to consider an item.
An item? Like, oh, well, this isn't what I was thinking about, but I did realize we didn't comment on how Taki completely spilled the Bunga all over the floor.
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah, he whips the thing off and just all of it's gone.
It was the equivalent to when a Muppet has to pretend to drink something.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just Swedish chef just pulling out the liquid. Used to get the monkey curing.
Eating the monkey curing for the riding common. Eating beer doing whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it also reminded me of is that guy talking about the Kool-Aids in the bottles.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to fill it up to the top. The makers of Kool-Aid, can you stop filling it up to the top? Because every time I open it, it explodes like a goddamn grenade. The fight scene really actually wasn't that spectacular outside of
The end
more
of it.
killing. There's some killing.
There's one thing.
And yes, the ending.
But,
Or go for was your one thing the ending?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about the ending. So Kamen Rider kicks Leech into the river, which is pretty par for the course. What isn't par for the course is that Leech doesn't dissolve or explode or anything like that. He just kind of lands into the river, and all Kamen Rider, he's like, I'm not letting you get out that easily. So he runs on over to the river. And our good friend the narrator lets us know.
Yeah, allow me to explain.
That Kamen Rider has the ability to, I guess, conduct is the right word? I don't know. Charge? Output? Sure, let's go with output. The tremendous energy that he gets from his wind turbine belt. Well, you can output that a tremendous amount of energy as an electrical charge. And so he kind of just dips a hand into the water and blows up Leechurilla with an electric charge.
Okay, pointedly, he does not blow him up. He electrocutes that leech in water.
Oh.
He fries that motherfucker good, which is truly horrifying when you think about it.
Yeah, really. Incredibly fucked up.
And then we just get a shot of this dead leech man floating in the river.
He's just floating
looking
in the
like
river.
that one fucking
horrible.
painting. Oh, I can't remember. What painting is that?
I think the lady that's like just...
Ophelia?
Yes, that's it. It's Ophelia.
Yes, Ophelia.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Absolutely just looking like
yeah,
Ophelia.
I just think of Goofy in the Fountain.
Light me up.
It's the same mood, honestly.
really.
It's the same thing.
Dude just gets absolutely electrocuted. And then we got what I wrote in my notes was a weirdly happy ending. Because Tachibana shows up, and he's got all of the slaves. Oh, they've all been cured and they've all been rescued. Hey, everybody, let's go! It's our good friend Hayato. He's helped us out. He saved us. Yeah, heave ho!
Yeah, he's a jolly good rider.
Or I'm sorry,
I
put in my notes for he's a jolly good rider.
Yeah,
God.
likewise.
My notes for this scene read, lol, this would never happen to Hongo.
It really wouldn't.
He would have, like, sulked off by now, and there'd be, like,
he'd already be halfway
looming
to the
shot
Denny's.
of the body floating down the river.
Yeah, it was like...
I have committed another atrocity again today.
This is the most...
I have lost another inch of my humanity.
I killed someone today.
This is the most, like, this guy didn't explode or melt or anything, so he's just a corpse.
Yep.
He's just an actual corpse floating in the river, and it's fucked up because everybody runs to come see Hayato, but like I feel like if they looked like to their
Yay.
left, they would
Yeah.
just see this dead body
Yeah, the corpse of this Leech man.
just floating away.
Not to mention the corpses of all of the other Shocker grunts that were killed in
Yeah,
this fight.
just on the ground.
Like, we were in the middle of a field of death. But don't worry about that.
Hayato usually does tend to slink away from a celebration.
Yeah.
But yeah, they caught him off guard. They rushed him.
Yeah.
They got him in and carried him away. And then cut to him riding on a motorcycle because that's what we gotta do every episode.
Off he goes
I
to
like-
the Denny's.
How they're able to pick him up and cheer for him despite his cyborg parts.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
God, you're fucking heavy. What are you eating, rocks, kid?
Yeah.
It's how I get so big and strong.
Understandable. Have a good
Gotta
day.
give me your brand of rocks, kid. gotta go shopping.
Yeah, I don't know. That is episode 48. I don't know if there are any final thoughts or things that people want to
Hongo in the preview.
Hongo in the
yep.
preview.
Yeah,
Hongo
I was
in
gonna
the
say-
preview.
I liked the preview.
I feel
You said it outright.
yeah, that preview sure just erased everything about that episode in our minds
Yeah, basically.
instantly. Because that sure was an episode that happened. Anyway, Hongo, next time.
Yeah,
Hongo.
next time, Hongo.
In the preview.
Next time, it's gonna get wild. Buckle up, y'all. We're going international. Hope you're ready to go with us to Africa right after this quick little ad break. Hello, everybody. We hope you're having a lot of fun with the episode. I know we certainly are. We just wanted to take a quick moment to thank you for enjoying the podcast, if you have been, and letting you know that if you like the people on here and you want to check out more from us, you can all find us on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me, KingFats95th, on Twitter at KingFats95, that's a capital K, capital F, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/KingFats95. You can find the magical Will Gopher at Will Gopher on Twitter and on Twitch at twitch.tv/themagicalwillgopher. You can find Action Shakespeare at That Gal in the Hat and on Twitch at twitch.tv/ACTN Shakespeare. And you can find B-Drops at B-Drops Art and on Twitch at twitch.tv/B-Drops. We also want to remind you that we have a Patreon that's full of all sorts of fun goodies that you can get in on, like behind-the-scenes notes and early episode access. Also, if you are on the $5 or higher tier, you get to get a special shout-out on the podcast, just like our two current patrons, Dead Ode and Public Opinion, which, again, we just want to say big ups and thank you to the two of them for supporting the podcast. And if you want your name featured here, you can do the same. Just hit us up on our Patreon. The link is both in the Twitter bio for the podcast at First Ride Pod, as well as it should be in the information on every episode. So go ahead and go give us a hand if you feel like we've earned it. Thank you so much, and we hope you continue to enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that quick little break. I think there's nothing left for it but to just get right on into it, huh? So let's go ahead and jump into episode 49, the man-eating monster. B, you want to try and take this pronunciation? Because I feel like you did the best last time. I don't know.
Isogin Chak?
Sure.
I'm sorry.
You do not need to apologize to me. If anything, the show needs to apologize to us for making us have to try and say this shit.
Cool, nobody else did.
The
It's
Chak
true.
part is what confounds me the most. CHACK?
Yeah.
I imagine it's like
Oh,
Chuck. I really wasn't listening close if they ever said it. I think they said it once.
yeah, like once.
The subtitles refer to it as an anemone, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the subtitles all just say anemone. Anemone.
Anemone.
Anyway.
An enemy.
Does.
Ah!
Oh! Anyway, Kamen Rider episode 49, it originally aired March 4th, 1972. Which, happy March, y'all. It's another new month in the beautiful year of 1972.
Yay!
Something just happened, but I don't know what, because I don't know what happened in 1972. Gopher, do you have some insight for us?
Googling as fast as I can.
So no.
Go.
In March 22nd, 1972, the proposed Equal Rights Amendment was approved by the United States Senate. There you go.
Hey, equal rights. Y'all.
Almost.
That's a thing that we definitely still have.
Yeah, ever since 1972. When racism was eradicated.
Thanks, Pepsi. Anyway.
It's Pepsi cured racism.
Surprisingly apt opening to this episode.
That's
an
what I hate
episode
the
that was
most.
not as racist as any of us feared.
Yeah,
We're so
true.
scared.
So ready.
We were worried. So if you watched the little next time on Kamen Rider thing suggesting that you're watching the show, you know that this episode is going to open up in Africa, where an old gentleman is writing a letter to his grandson, saying that he will be sending him a map to a diamond mine he found. I feel like I should specify that he doesn't specifically say he's going to send him a map. He just says he's going to send him something wonderful. And we discover it's a map. But I didn't really feel like, splitting ends when I was writing the thing. Figured I'd wait until the podcast to do that, like some kind of asshole.
I find it amusing that he starts off this letter writing about how, like, I know I've never done anything for you.
Yeah, roll the G to type shit.
Yeah. In a context that almost makes me wonder if he's met this kid before.
It didn't seem like it.
It really didn't seem like it.
Yeah, I could not say, because he clearly didn't know his living situation. I don't know. Deadbeat Grandpa, I think, just came out of the woodwork realizing he might be soon to go. and wanted to leave a legacy.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there is a comparison I want to make, but I'll wait until we get to another scene, which will explain the context of this stupid joke much better. But until then, while he's writing the letter, there is a pan down to this photo he has of his child. This photo is like, I'm looking at it again, and when we first saw it, we were like, oh, is this like a teenager or something? But
I thought he was in his 20s.
I can kind of see that once you see the kid in the episode, you understand how old this kid's supposed to be, but he is like a weirdly man-faced child in this photo.
Yeah.
Like, he is
real life
Jotaro like contoured up.
It's this like professional headshot. Like, it's really weird. I feel like they used the kid's professional acting headshot for this photo because it's so nice, and he looks so defined. It makes him look 8 to 10 years older, and no, he's like 10 years old.
I think he's got, because of the suit and foreshortening, it looks like he has really, really broad shoulders.
Yeah, and the panning is so fast, so you barely get a glimpse of this kid, and all of us, except for Shakes, were like, I think that was like a man.
A man?
That was a man! This kid in this photo is like OKKO plus 10. You know how OKKO's like... KO's like 6 to 11. That's his canon age. Right. This kid is like 10 to 20.
Is that... I've not watched much OKKO. Is that true? His canon age is 6 to 11?
That's really good.
Yes, his canon age is literally 6 to 11.
That's so fucking funny.
That is not surprising whatsoever for the people who made that show.
Please watch OKKO. It's a fantastic show.
God, what a good joke.
It's on the list.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
list keeps getting longer.
Yeah.
Now you got all this fucking Kamen Rider
Taking
you gotta
care
add
of
to it too.
fucking Venture Brothers, and that's already an undertaking a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to do Venture Brothers.
Which I did notice on the animation staff, Ian Jones Quarterly.
Yes, he's was he an animation director?
I think something,
or something
like that. Yeah, it was like, oh, sick, nice.
Small world.
Yeah, it's he's running around Cartoon Network. That was his gig.
Yeah.
Finally got to make his own thing. Good for him.
Yeah,
good for him. And it was fantastic.
That's what I've heard. I don't think I've ever actually heard anything negative about OKKO.
Good.
Never seen any 2-hour rant videos about why OKKO sucks.
OKKO got
God.
shit on by
Jesus.
the network. Like it
Yeah.
really got buried, which fucking sucks.
It's
Ugh.
it's really weird considering how positive all of the actual reviews of it seem to be.
Yeah, I think it might be another
Like-
one of those cases where, like, a show does fantastically in, like, older demographics, but unfortunately, I don't know. I never know if these shows appeal to their actual target demographic, so that
That's
might
fair.
be part of it. I don't
I have
know.
to wonder if ENJQ might be on someone's shit list too. Like, I don't know. Like,
Oh, that
network
would
execs might be like, despite the success, just being like, we're gonna bury
Fuck
it.
'em, though.
Yeah.
Ew. That would be awful. I hope not. I hope there's no conspiracy theory, but I wouldn't know.
I'd have to double check because
Yeah.
I know ENJQ is a something awful forum member, and like every once in a while he'll pop up and be like,
Really?
and usually just to be like when people start talking out their ass about Steven Universe, and he just goes and just tells people like, hey, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about.
Good.
But like,
Much appreciated. You're doing God's
but
work.
I think he's popped up in some OKKO things.
Oh.
I assume for the same reason.
maybe a little. But I'd have to look it up. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Anyways, none of that has to do with Kamen Rider.
I know, this is true.
Not a
Really?
single bit.
Yeah, weird.
Damn.
It's almost like it's par for the course with this podcast or
If you
something.
want to watch something that isn't Kamen Rider, if you're sick of this, we gave you some material.
For a while, there was a novelty of saying of like naming the podcast of like Kamen Rider and the people who don't talk about Kamen Rider. But I can't do that every
No,
week.
you can't.
I need to find new material.
So it's not Kamen Rider and the people who don't talk about Kamen Rider. This week it's Kamen Rider and the people who talk about Ian Jones McCourty.
Quarterly.
I thought it was just Cordy.
I think it's just quarterly. It's like quarter.
No, it's Ian Jones McCourty.
I truly do not know, and I'm not going to hold up this podcast long enough to find out.
I thought you were trying to say it's the Ian
Okay.
Jones McCourty quarterly.
Well, okay, so I've definitely misread the Cordy part, but I don't see any Mick.
Hello, am I
You might
crazy?
be crazy because
All
every
right.
every listing
I
of this
might
Now
be
we got
crazy.
now we got to figure out if B
is
is
Ian
crazy.
Jones hyphen
I'm-
Cordy.
Yeah, I read a hyphen as Mick. What's wrong with me?
Do you read hyphens as Mick?
I don't. Maybe this is the headspace I'm in today. I don't know. Did these three kids
love
dead?
I don't know. Yeah, this just says Ian Jones Cordy.
Yeah, you're right. I'm
I don't
going
know why
crazy.
I thought his last
I'm
name was
absolutely going
Quarterly
crazy.
though.
We're
I
both
just
wrong,
auto-completed,
I guess. Is the moral of the lesson. The moral of the lesson.
yeah.
There we
Did
go.
these kids
Anyway,
dead?
we gotta go.
Yeah,
These
did these
kids
kids
dead?
dead?
What's the moral of the lesson? Let's get out of here. We gotta get out of here.
All right, yeah,
The room
dude.
is closing in. Gotta get out of here.
Oh god.
On there.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Fun scene
Oh
upcoming.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Where I don't even. We were. Oh right. I know where
The
we
letter,
are now
yeah.
because we were still at the beginning of the goddamn episode.
Grandpa's talking about his blood diamonds and how he's gonna send a thing.
Yeah. So while exploring, the old man is confronted by Shocker, who demand the map from him, but he tells them he has already sent it to Japan. The old man is attacked by Check. Sure.
Yeah. Anemone.
Anemone man. Yeah.
Just edit that. Edit
Alright,
what
Hardrick
B
Health,
just said over every time we try to say its real name.
Yeah. And then on like the third or fourth one, throw in a "Welcome aboard, Explorer!" for the people who know.
It's
Anyway.
a big show. Hey, speaking of dumb jokes, to bring it back, hey, we talked about Korean films, and this kid looks a little older than he is. Talk about an old boy, am I right? Hey, all right.
Yay! No.
Okay, this guy's gonna get sucked up in a tornado.
Yeah, this dude's about to get his fucking dirt slurped.
Because that's an enemy's power, remember?
What?
Yeah.
That in school.
You know how Anemones do?
Yeah.
I guess I will finish this little part of the synopsis just by saying, old man is rescued by Hongo, who finds him after falling off a mountain, which also is wild.
Oh, it's an incredible sequence of events, truly.
Yeah.
You have to go play by play with this, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, we gotta start with Shocker grunts who speak Japanese weird.
Yeah,
Foreigners.
they have the generic foreigner accent.
Yeah. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but these Shocker grunts looked like they were a little thick, yeah?
A little thicker than
chunky.
average.
Drunk guy.
They also have unique insignia on their chest.
On their chest, yeah.
Of like, it's kind of
It looked kind of like an anchor or something.
yeah, like an iron cross with a skull on top.
That would be more on brand than most any Shocker ever.
Yeah, really.
I want to say this is like a Shocker. We don't get a country.
I mean,
do
it's
we?
Africa. They're in
Yes.
Africa,
Africa.
which is not a
They're in-
country.
But
Which
yeah,
is not a
but-
country. I
Yeah,
will
the whole-
but don't tell anybody.
country of Africa.
But don't tell
Yeah.
anybody who is in the 70s who is doing something in Africa, because they're not gonna. Because Africa might as well just be a country to them. Cue
Yeah,
drums.
really.
But I think whatever branch of
They did get that.
God,
Yeah.
They weren't as racist as
We
they
got-
were,
we got-
but they get still transitioned into the scene.
We
with
got
the
Africa
bongos.
drums.
Like, oh boy,
Ooga
Yeah.
chaka, ooga
it
ooga.
kind of looked like South Africa because it was very like deserts and plains.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there was a map at the beginning of the episode. I don't
Just
remember
go,
where
like,
it
the
zoomed us in
center.
on.
yeah.
The heart of Africa.
The heart of Africa.
Let's see, they're zoomed in somewhere south of Africa.
Mhm.
They didn't specify which country. They are labeled, and there's 2 that have X's over them. I don't know if that means this is where we're digging or this is where we have dug.
Wonderful question.
Because there's more than one X. Normally, if you're doing some kind of treasure map thing, you'd have 1, and that dictates location.
One.
So,
One.
1 X.
But instead we have 2.
We have 2 X's, and then it immediately it goes from like a regular geographical map to like a Shockeries
Yeah.
map, which is great.
Yeah.
I think this might be. It says in the south of the vast continent of Africa, so they're
There you go, there you go.
unspecified on purpose, but it can
Rack
be
'em up,
assumed
South
that it
Africa.
is South Africa, yeah, the country known as
Which
South
is-
Africa.
That means we get to ask these
Yeah.
Shocker goons why they're
I
white.
guess that's right.
I mean
Maybe.
that's
It's-
explained now. Fucking Dutchman.
Yeah, really. Yeah, so we got the Shocker grunts who speak weird Japanese. We have probably my favorite standoff between a Shocker monster and a civilian ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Anemone Man shows up, which I guess we can use this chance to now describe Anemone Man.
I have.
You ever see an anemone?
I have an alternate description.
Nope.
Oh, please go for it, Shakes.
I think I know where you go with this.
Inspired by early comments, it does kind of just look like the last costume's head exploded.
Yeah, honestly.
And they painted it red.
They just spray painted it red and blue. Oh, we never. Oh, you know what we forgot to mention about the last episode?
What did we
Leech
forget?
Man's socks.
Oh yeah,
the tube socks. Yeah, during one of the fights, I was like, "Is he wearing tube socks under his boots?"
My man
And
either had unpainted pants or he was wearing some tube-ass socks.
Yeah, either way, kind of sloppy.
Yeah, truly.
That was the one
you let
fight,
that get caught on
the
film.
one piece of a fight that we forgot to mention because we were just like, "What happened to the fights?" I don't know. Hongo's next episode.
Yeah. Where's Hongo?
Hongo.
Where's Hongo?
Hongo brain rot.
But yes. I don't know how else. He does just look like a costume's head exploded.
Yeah,
A little bit.
Or he just looks like an anemone with legs and a whip arm.
That's all he needs.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all he
basically
needs.
it. He's red. The inside of his head, I guess, was blue.
Yeah. Interior crocodile alligator.
I drive a
swallowed
Chevrolet
a Chevrolet
movie
theater.
There, this Shakes earns the points on that gag. Alright, next up we're gonna play a game called Scenes from a Hat.
Oh, I've always wanted to.
Same, honestly.
I feel like I've done that.
I
Scenes
should
from
have
a Hat?
signed up for an improv course at some point in my life, like a real one.
I never signed up for an improv course, but I did do improv in middle and high school, because that's what they make you do when you take theater classes.
Yeah.
I didn't like going outside and playing in dirt, so I didn't go to like normal camps. I went to a film camp.
Film camp?
Yeah.
Do they have you do improv
They
at
made
film camp?
I feel like they probably did. I think they did.
It's all about
I hope they did. It was all a blur.
I mean, a little bit.
That's fair.
It was. God, it was over a decade
Ooh,
ago.
yeah, that's fair. That'll be a blur. Anyway, Anemone Man shows up. He's like, "Bro, I suck so good. You better give me that map or else." That's basically what he's
Hey,
like.
man, I suck. Come
I
here.
beat.
Come here.
I only want to point out one thing, and it's that the old man told him off before he got threatened.
Yeah, he did.
He told.
This old man didn't give a shit.
Okay, so the Shocker Goons approach him first, right? And they're just like asking him questions, and the old man doesn't give a fuck. He's answering them. He's just
answering them.
He's just like, yeah, whatever. Like this, and this, and they're like, okay, well, hand over your shit. And he's like, no, go suck an egg.
No. Yeah.
And then an enemy man comes up and he's just like, hey, fuck off. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm not giving you anything.
And then another man was like, "I'm gonna fucking suck your shit, dog." And Grandpa is like, "Suck on this, dickhead." And he just drops a knife.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good.
He drops the knife. It gets sucked into the guy. It works. Like, it stabs right through one of his tentacles, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Ah, Jesus!
And then old man, unfortunately, can't take advantage of this as he becomes a mannequin and falls off a cliff.
Yeah, and falls right off a cliff.
Gnarly fall, too.
Wicked fall.
I think he just had a heart attack.
Or something, maybe.
Something.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I was thinking maybe he fell unconscious, because he was already kind of gripping the cliffside, and he lost consciousness due to lack of oxygen, due to tornado 10 feet in front of him, so he just fell off the cliffside.
Oh yeah, I guess we should note the special effect of the suckage.
Oh yeah, the tornado thing.
The weird tornado
It would just
thing.
do like a cutaway to this tornado thing. That's I
Yeah.
guess supposedly he is generating for the suck, which started vertical, and then he would point it, and then they would just tilt they would rotate it 90 degrees and play the same footage.
It was very funny.
What weirds me out is that they tilted it 90 degrees and not negative 90.
Yeah, it's the wrong
so
way.
it does not. Yeah, it's pointing the wrong way.
It's
It's
very
delightful.
good.
It wouldn't work the other way. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Trust us.
Then tilt the footage you have.
Just turn the camera over.
I
Yeah.
would also be remiss if we didn't talk about Hongo's whole deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
rhinestone cowboy riding up.
Rhinestone cowboy. He rolls up with like Indiana Jones hat, and he's got like the kind of I can't remember if he's wearing pants or a single suit.
I want
or
to say it's
if,
like one of those. It's like a jumpsuit type thing, but I'm not sure.
I
don't
couldn't
know, I
remember
was
if they were
just
just
too
the
enamored by
same
Hongo.
color. But he's got like 4 buttons undone on
Yeah.
his shirt, and he's got like a red neckerchief.
It's a
Hongo
separate.
dressing.
Okay, no. So it's even worse.
Heavy with
so
it.
he's in I think it's just a long sleeve. Yeah, it's just a long sleeve shirt. He really is in the cowboy fit. Like, holy shit, I forgot. He's got like a patch on his long sleeve shirt. He's got the bell bottoms in the desert with the boots.
Bell bottom jeans.
Bell bottoms with the boots.
fur.
Boots with the fur.
Everybody stop and looking at her. I stopped to look.
Yeah.
I sure did.
I love these very dated pants that also they have the bell bottoms, but they also
Yeah.
have the buttons going up all the way to the
Yeah.
knees from the
Mhm.
bottom.
It's
Oh yeah.
It's incredible.
magnificent.
That's so
but
good.
also because
I
of
have-
me, I also just assumed Hongo was Venom Snake and has been building a forward operating base in Africa with all his
Probably.
acolytes.
Yeah.
God, I could believe it.
Fucking airlifting away shocker
Yeah,
grunts.
he's gonna airlift the shocker grunts back to his base and convince them to join him.
Hongo, you killed a child.
Yeah,
Good work,
that's
boss.
why you're-
I also appreciate the license plate is just labeled Africa.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
Yeah. Shit, dog. You sure are.
Oof.
I forgot this license plate. Africa. And some numbers.
I noticed that the Africa.
That's
I
very-
noticed it was an Africa license
It's very
plate.
clearly like paper over a license plate with and written on.
Just a marker.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, see, I thought for whatever reason, what caught my eye is because of the slightly low quality. I thought it said Nebraska.
Which would be even better.
Yeah,
Deep
and I
in
had
the
to go
heart
back
of
and check
Nebraska.
because my God,
Nebraska.
That's why he's dressed like that.
Hongo.
I mean,
Yeah, Hongo takes a freaking Nebraskan jeep out to Africa.
it'd be no different than when in modern Kamen Rider, you'll see your protagonist in like a fucking property of Ohio State University gym sweatshirt or some shit like that.
Oh, I forgot you
I
mentioned that.
fucking
It's
love
great.
that shit whenever it happens. It's so good. It's a little less common now because they've decided to give some of their more recent writers fashion sense of any kind, but every now and again you'll still get someone in just like an insane t-shirt for a Japanese person to wear, and it's great. Shoutouts to all my homies in Japan and China wearing bootleg Wu-Tang Clan merch.
Yeah.
Wu-Tang?
I also the scene closes out with Hongo,
Mm-hmm.
and he picks up the goon and takes him back to his forward operating base. And then the shocker people are all just watching this happen.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah, because Anemone doesn't even know
he's
who
just
fucking
like, "Who
Hongo is.
this man?"
Hey, yo, they got this man cooking.
And the other guy, but his grunt, his weird talking grunt is
Yeah.
up on it. He's just like, oh yeah, that's just fucking Takeshi Hongo. We hate that guy.
Yeah. Dude fucking sucks.
And so everybody goes back to Japan.
Yeah. So back to Japan, as Shakes mentions. Yeah, here we go. Back in Japan, the boy, whose name is Hiroshi. Yeah, this one's Hiroshi. I think I mentioned that somewhere, or I just started using his name somewhere. But yeah, anyway, the boy's name is Hiroshi. No, I done lost my place. Back in Japan, Hiroshi receives his package, which just contains a medallion. I put them down as his aunt and uncle, because that's what they're referred to.
Yeah.
But I think the implication is they're not actually related to him.
It's not even implication. They say outright.
Oh, okay. Neat.
Well,
Thanks.
Okay, never mind. They say he's not their son. But I don't think they're related to him whatsoever, truly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they aren't related to him, but like I said, they are referred to in episode as aunt and uncle, so that's just what I went with, because they don't get names.
No.
And you'll find out why here in a bit.
Fucking clowns is what they are. Beverly Hillbillies as.
They sure are. They're fucking great.
This
I love
ain't
these
a
bumpkins.
diamond. We can't sell this for nothing.
Shit!
Get back to the fields.
Anyway, his aunt and uncle who take care of him say that it's useless, but tried to take it anyway when Hiroshi tries to run away to a nearby cop. His caretakers intervene and say that the boy is prone to lying as a prank. Then, the two are attacked by an anemone who swallows them both whole.
This police officer is so conveniently out of frame and out of sight for everything that happens
really.
in this episode. Like, literally every event that happens.
Yep. The whole episode, he's just not a factor except for, like, here and then later on in the episode.
Where you'll never believe what he does.
Yeah, Number 5 will blow your mind.
Number 7 will blow your dick off.
See, anytime I see something like that, or like, a post that we talked about during our break, I am always just reminded of that great, and I'm pretty sure it's fake, but if it's real, that would be even better. The fucking Cosmopolitan article that's like 10 sex positions that'll blow his mind and destroy his penis.
Good lord.
They better.
Yeah.
They
better get my money's worth.
Yeah.
This shit better not be here by the time I'm
this
done.
Better be final. I better not have to pay for bottom surgery after this shit.
No fucking bottom to surgery on. It's just gone. What did you do?
Where'd my dick go?
Oh, shit.
Cosmopolitan, baby.
Cosmo, baby. Let's go, Cosmo. Love the
Very,
Cosmo.
very specific Tyler, the Creator reference that popped into my head.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's talk about these. Let's talk about this policeman. Let's talk about these bumpkins.
Yeah.
I love these bumpkins.
They fucking suck and they're great.
They're the worst
They're
in the
awful.
best way. Yeah. They're just.
I think B was the first
Go
to
ahead.
throw the Les Mis reference.
Yes,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
waiting until we talked about them to throw it out, but for context for what I call Hiroshi in my notes, since he's got these terrible adoptive parents and this caring guardian who is only barely entering his life at the tender age of 6 to 11, I call him Little Cassette in my notes.
It hit the nail on the head of what his guardians act like.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Like
It's caricature-like.
Just those two from Les Mis. The fucking master of the house over here. Except he ain't got shit.
really.
He's just a bumpkin.
Yeah. Except he doesn't even run a fucking hotel. Master of a 2x4 plot of dirt.
Yeah.
small patch of cabbages.
They had a nice little garden
Cabbages.
of something.
That's a
I
little
don't know if
garden.
it was.
Had some
I don't
flowers.
know if it was any like crops, but they had some flowers. That was nice.
There's some lettuce or something.
House sucked though.
Yeah, no, it is.
The house was in
That
shambles.
thing is a box with a couple openings.
Yeah, really. Oh, the old man was in the very classic old farmer man fit. If you've ever watched anime, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the whole nine. He had the big hat. He had the cigarette.
He got them bushy eyebrows.
Bushy. Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Wearing like 4 different
Yeah.
shirts.
Right.
Yeah.
The good shit,
God,
baby.
this man really is just wearing like 4 shirts. It's insane.
He absolutely is. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say about him besides just like, damn, I love these two. Great casting, y'all.
They're very fun
Yeah.
and very dead.
Yeah.
And then our boy who cried wolf cop, who like literally one interaction with his kids, not even actual parents, which they even full well admit in talking to him, like, oh, we're not actually his parents. It's just he doesn't have anyone else, so we're taking care of him. And this dude's just like, all right, kid, I brand you liar for your life. Goodbye, shithead. Like, cool, good police work. You fucking dick.
I feel we should point out, since this is an ongoing
Please.
thing, just where this kid, we should make a ranking at the end of the series of where this kid lies on the chart of child actors.
A child actor?
I think he's in the mid-low end, in my opinion.
You say mid-low?
Mid-low, because he's just kind of, he doesn't really emote, like, at all. He's just kind of staring vacantly for pretty much all the time.
I think maybe that was supposed to be the point, though.
I don't know. It's just
It's a hard not life for him.
no, not even like hard nog. He's just kind of like neutral. It's the thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know.
His cheekbones really carry his
Yeah, no, he
career.
had that
Yeah.
handsome shot, and that took him places. Yeah, it's.
I feel like he did pretty
he's
good.
not like
but
flat.
I see where you're coming from.
He's not like
Yeah.
totally flat and like laughably bad. He's just like very just like, well, I don't really know any not to say this show is full of nuance, but like, you know, he's just kind of there.
Yeah. I like that he at least like kind of knows to look around.
Mhm.
I don't know, some of these kids just stand
Oh yeah,
there.
for sure.
Like they're doing their best to remember that they were told not to look at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's why I put him towards the mid area, is because he has basic competency, but nothing beyond that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This
fair.
child
Yeah.
who is over 50 now.
Yeah.
Probably 60.
You're gonna hear us and come get vengeance.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. I think initially I would have probably rated them a little higher, but hearing your points, you do make a very fair point, Shakes. I would be content to slot them in mid-low.
I almost want to make this ranking list now, just because we have so many kids in this series.
There have been so many kid actors.
We
yeah,
have this
I'd
huge
be interested in
range
it.
of Goro to Crying Kid is our range. We have the highest and the lowest, truly.
Yeah, we already got our S rank and our F rank, or whatever, our trash tier, as
Yeah.
it were.
Fucking garbage
Since
tier kid.
that is traditionally how fighting game tier rankings usually work. S is the top, and then the
Never
bottom is
gonna-
just garbage.
Never gonna win with this kid.
Yeah, you have a bad matchup against everyone. Yeah, I don't know. I'd certainly be down to rank all of the fucking child actors in Kamen Rider, and if you want to watch us do it, you know, once a month, Kamen or Tokusatsu streams are a fucking goal on our Patreon. So it's like what, $50 a month? We'll start doing them.
It's only
So if we get
what, $32?
yeah, even
Yeah, something like that.
even before
saying.
completion, it could be an active, ongoing list.
Yeah.
Even in maybe even in future shows.
Yeah,
Ooh.
this is
I'm
entirely
selling
fair.
this
Mhm.
We're
idea
gonna-
to you, viewer, listener.
We're gonna definitely get more. Oh no!
What?
I remember the child actor I told you guys about. Because I was gonna mention how we get other child actors in other Kamen Riders, and then I remembered the one that I mentioned from O's, where they had the ADR in the crying. And I was like, oh no, she's gonna rank so poorly.
It's gonna be some points.
This poor little girl is gonna get bodied.
As you can see, this kid had to ADR in her crying.
No, stop!
0 F
No!
tier.
God.
Not him, anyone but him. Get your fucking Burger King foot lettuce out of here.
I wasn't directly trying to do an impression of him, but I could.
I think the problem
Okay.
is that the impression that you were trying to do, they all just sound like that guy anyway.
It's true.
Yeah.
Because I guess maybe he was trying to do an impression of them. I truly don't know. I have no context for the inception of Burger King foot lettuce. Besides just the actual video. Anyway, yeah, get us up to fucking $50 a month on the Patreon so we can rank child actors for you. And I can rank Kamen Rider butts.
Amusement.
Yeah, and remember,
Please
it's
rank
for
the
your
butts.
amusement. It's just you gotta. We only have so much time in a day,
It's
week,
not like-
month. You gotta give us a little something.
You can either donate or not donate. You can either pledge to Patreon $32, or if you find a way, 32 hours. We'll take either
Yeah,
of them.
if you somehow find a way to donate time to us,
I
we
will
will
pay you
have.
for your secrets.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So that I
For
may
real.
steal time from others.
Yes, please. Oh my god, I have so many people I'd steal time from. They don't
So
need us.
Hiroshi's parents.
Yeah. So anyway, Hiroshi's parents
Who aren't his
fucking
parents.
die.
Yeah, master of the house.
Yeah,
No longer.
master of the suck, more like. Fucking anemone dude just shows up and is just like,
Hey guys. Slurp.
yeah. I forget. Like legitimately, I forget what is, because I know we mentioned it briefly, but what is the noise that Anemone Man makes? That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a seal.
Yeah.
little.
Thank you.
you know it just sounded like an annoyed like like every time. like an old man. You were trying to get an old man's attention. It's a weird shocker noise.
It's very strange. The other thing that is kind of strange is how, like, almost horror movie-esque
Yeah.
this shot was. They,
A
like,
little bit.
it was, they clearly tried, but, like, I don't think had the budget for the special effects to do it, like, as much as they wanted to. So they just kind of went in as hard as they
I
could.
think they did a pretty good job with this effect. I think something was a
Yeah.
little lost with it being in broad daylight. And just
Yeah, for
minutes
sure
after
what-
that cop scene, it was just like, okay, this is happening now.
And also, they make zoop sound effects, you know?
Yeah.
They're going
I
to.
think-
they're
I think
going
for
to
me the
World
big-
1-2.
Yeah.
I think for me the big thing is that, like, and I don't know if this is a shortcoming of the actors in question or a shortcoming of the special effects or directing that they had available, but, like, it is very easy to tell that, like, the actors are the ones moving themselves closer to an Anemone Man.
Yeah.
And so that unfortunately loses some of the
you gotta
effectiveness.
kind of
But
look at the hands and not towards their lower bodies.
yeah. But it's still, I mean, it's still interesting at the very least. They give it an honest, fair shake. There is a scene that is not as gruesome as it could have been, which kind of, thank God, in hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty gnarly. Like, especially with the consequences, with the results that they then show us. Like,
yeah,
but
for
initially
sure.
you're getting some real, like, the blob shit where they're just getting, like, sucked into this thing, like, whole body clearly getting either dissolved or crunched into compressed pieces. It's a horrible way to die.
It's real rough, and yeah, that ending scene where an enemy man is there and he's yelling and he's all triumphant, and you can fucking see the old dude's foot coming out of the top of his head.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
That was good. That was like the best part.
It was really good.
This monster's entire shit.
Yeah, for sure. And then I don't know why, but for some reason I have a lowercase very soft as my next note right after that.
There was something where he was like, God, what was it? He asked us.
Okay, he said something to a shocker
he said
grunt.
Something to a grunt, and it pans over, and there's a grunt just kind of standing by a tree, and he just goes, really soft.
Oh yeah, I think he like asked if he was at like the right house or something.
Yeah,
that's a bit later.
Okay, yeah, it probably was from a bit later because my next note right after that is from when he comes back to the house, which we'll get to. So let's continue. Back at the Moto Club, Hayato lets the group know that he has gotten a telegram from Hongo about the situation. That's it. That's the scene. I'm not gonna give you any more or anything less than that. Hayato got a telegram.
Yeah.
It was from Hongo.
We couldn't help but wonder what happened to the Kamen Rider telepathy.
I again am standing with Shakes in that like if you're going across continent, it's a little the connection's rough.
No, I can understand.
But
go ahead.
Hongo was in Europe. That was
they were
working,
both
right?
in
We
Europe
don't actually have
when
any
it
confirmation
happened.
about that. Yeah, that's the thing, is the only time we ever actually see the like shot or rider to rider telepathy be used is when they're like 5 feet away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought there was like a confirmation that there was implicitly this was happening the whole time.
Not that I recall.
I think that was
Am I
just
I think
misremembering?
I think we might have implied that. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
What even is real anymore?
We were making jokes about that too earlier when Hayato got green monkeyed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was what I was about to say.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Why are you thinking about bananas?
Yo, Hayato, you good? Where was I? Oh yeah. Okay. At Sharker's base, Mamamimi empties his contents. That was truly that was like the best way I could think to put it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
The remains.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he empties his contents, but Dr. Death sees the map to the mine is not among them. So he sends him back out after Hiroshi. When Hiroshi gets home from his delivery job, he is attacked by Shocker, but is rescued by Hayato and Taki, who fight off Shocker. During the fight, Taki is hit by a poison dart, and Hayato is told he will die soon.
dun da 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 da.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
also there's I guess Hiroshi has a friend now, Sakura Whomst. I don't know, but she's here.
Yeah,
yeah, that was
my
definitely
note
something.
for that bit was just, I summon thee, Sakura from Streets.
And also
Because she literally shows up from nowhere.
He calls out to her, and she shows up from nowhere.
Yeah, he's like, hell, yeah, like I said,
Sakura,
I
help!
summoned thee.
He calls in. He hits the heavy punch, heavy kick.
Yeah.
And he gets his assist,
Calls in the assist, yeah.
and she tries to shoot the Kikoken, but it doesn't work.
Let this be a lesson to you, boys and girls. always take the DP assist on a Shotokan unless it's Sakuma. Then you take the Tatsu assist.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the other ones aren't worth it. Trust me. Just take the DP. You'll thank me.
This is your fighting.
I say
game
that,
tip
but
of the day.
apparently Ken's Tatsu assist in Marvel 2 is pretty bonkers. But that makes sense. Also, it is Ken. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. This girl is not explained at all for the rest of the episode either.
Yeah,
She just kind of shows up.
She sort of comes back, I think, but like not in any real way.
No, she comes back for like one more scene. Like the scene right after this actually, but like, and I think she's also at the Moto Club?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're keeping her safe for the majority of it.
Probably. Yeah.
I think
Truly an enigma, this girl.
my best possible guess is that she's a neighbor, because when he cries out for her, she runs from down the street to help him. I have no better guess, honestly.
much.
That's fair.
All the good she does, though. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, I mean,
She helps, though. She's a real one. She ran immediately.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
she ran immediately and tried to hold on as best she could while holding onto a post. Like, she was going all
Well,
in
this-
on saving this guy.
she did her
Yeah.
best.
Didn't flinch once at this horrible giant anemone monster.
Hell yeah. A real OG.
Yeah.
She's used to it.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
I live in the country. I see this shit all the time.
An enemy monster?
Oh.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, you got that as
To be
you
fair.
got that as Soggen check. Yeah, I seen one of these.
Yeah. Yeah. Super is so good. I mean, to be fair, if anime and manga are to teach me anything, it's that the Japanese countryside is haunted as fuck. So, like, maybe she did see a giant anemone monster and was like, yeah, it sure is Tuesday, huh? Alright, I got you, bud. Just gotta wait for a something to show up. Be a man in a...
She would have been perfectly fine. She just rolled bad on her strength
You,
checks.
you get those nat ones. It's all over.
Hey, it happens.
Yeah.
The scene goes into the encounter with what's his face, because when he coughs up the evidence, Dr. Death picks up the dentures, puts them in his pocket for later,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and then
I'm going to need these.
and then goes, there's no map here, idiot. Go back.
Yeah.
That the results of the people being eaten is suitably grisly, I think. It's just clothes and dentures and boxes
And goop.
and the people are nothing but white slime.
Yeah, they get fucking annihilated.
They've been digested thoroughly. No clownfish protecting them.
Yeah, really.
I guess clownfish are more of an enticer, huh? It's kind of a mutual deal.
Yeah,
Anyways.
because the clownfish is like, yo, there's a clownfish in this anemone. You want to eat a clownfish, right? And the bigger fish is like, yes, actually, I would like to eat a clownfish. And they go try to eat the clownfish, and the anemone is like, dumbass, die.
It sucks them up with a tornado.
Yeah. Die.
But yeah, and then from there, when he goes back, I think that's where we get the
Yeah, I
Like,
believe that's where
that's
we get
Hiroshi,
the, like,
right?
this is the right place, right?
He's just standing by the tree.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that's a...
And then
Also, we get to watch Anemone Man do a big jumpy.
yeah,
I like that. I had fun with that.
I finally remembered when I another thing about these set pieces, and they feel like they were scripted like night set pieces for a few reasons, but like from a filming standpoint, they did a fun thing where we got another fun shadow shot, but it's in the broad daylight. Which is really, which leads me to think, with the way this scene is shot, it's like Hiroshi runs into his house, into the hole in his house, and goes in to look for his not parents, and the camera pans like a little to the right, and you see onto the ground, and you see the shadow cast from the sunlight of an enemy man, which is cool. It's a cool shot, but it also is like, how did that kid like not see this guy who was clearly just standing right there in a field?
Yeah.
But whatever. So, but like shots like that is like very much usually reserved for the nighttime stuff, where we usually get our fun colored lights or whatever. Cast a menacing shadow. We just used the sun today. It makes this guy seem a little more silly.
I could certainly see this being a case of them wanting to have done these shots at night, but not being able to, probably because they couldn't get the lighting. Especially because that home... I mean, first of all, I have to wonder if they had a license to use that place, because it looked abandoned. Like it
probably was just a legit
we mentioned it
abandoned
looking we mentioned it looking like shit, but it looked bad. So there is a good chance that they kind of just stole away onto this place and were like, quick, just film as fast as we can and try not to get caught. And if that's the case, with this place having no lighting of its own, which means they would have had to have dragged in a bunch of like big heavy lighting equipment at the time of day when this place would be most likely to have squatters visiting. Maybe night filming was not viable.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like we've brought up them visiting abandoned sites before. Like, I think it was the episode with, the dog. I'm forgetting
Dummy?
his name.
Dummy?
Or the other dog.
Yeah. I think it was Dummy. Where they were in the house. Like,
the weird house that was, like, in the bank or whatever.
Yeah, and it was just kind of there.
Yeah, that was a weird set piece, too.
With Hongo, we had, like, even another house that was just kind of out of the way of the city and just kind of on a hill with kind of like grass overgrowing. So they seem to have a trend of just going to abandoned places.
It seems like it, yeah. I mean, truly, this is all just conjecture, and maybe they're getting like, official permission and everything in order to film at these locations. But they are certainly choosing a lot of places that look like they're just abandoned.
What you gotta do to maintain a budget sometimes.
Hey, yeah. 70s. You know what? Fair. I'm not gonna fucking give y'all any guff for that.
I think this fight, this subsequent fight with Anemone is fun because it's where we finally notice, or at least I finally noticed, that Hayato, has a signature move when he steals swords now.
Yeah, his ground stab.
Yeah, he does this thing now when he is done murdering with swords and wants to transform. He now has a distinct motion where he will usually kill a guy and then plant that thing in the ground with a very distinct grimace, and then transition from that motion into the Henshin motion.
It's very good.
Man developed a spot, and he's got to do it every show now. Because that's what the people buy the tickets for.
That is your punishment for developing a spot.
We're gonna hammer this in
what's that, Joey Janela? You don't want to do the fucking chair monkey flip? Well, you really should have thought about that before you came up with it. Now get in the chair, asshole. Don't develop a spot, kids. Always call audibles every match, like some kind of dickhead.
Yeah, call it in the ring.
Like a real dickhead. Yeah, get bullied out of the fucking business immediately by calling audibles for every match. God, what a shit. Could you imagine?
Yes. Unfortunately.
God, that's the worst part is, yeah, I can imagine.
The wrestling fish, they swim.
Glub, glub, motherfucker.
Out of their systems, they said. Hours ago.
Look.
It refills.
Yeah.
Just don't lie. That's all we're saying. Just don't lie to us.
Wow.
Alright,
We knew
Jesus,
this would
sorry,
happen.
Mom.
We just don't want you to lie to us.
Strong accusation. Yeah, well, maybe you're a fucking liar. I don't know.
Just don't tell me you're getting out of your system if it's absolutely going to come back. It sounds like you're just making excuses. Just go for it. Just live your truth.
It's not like we knew it was going to come back.
Really?
Yes, you do.
I don't fucking... You think I think about anything that comes out of my mouth ever?
I
Gopher and
guess.
I would have safely bet $100 on this and won.
Oh, sure.
I mean, I probably would have won,
Would have been
too.
the easiest win ever.
I'm not gonna take it out of the equation at any given moment.
I don't need any of you. I can do this podcast
He's gonna walk off
by
again.
my goddamn
It's
self.
called long time watcher, and that's it.
Fucking
Yeah, 20,
not gonna sit
What?
here and get treated like this.
23rd episode is just going to be called Long Time Watcher, and it's going to be Fats just yelling about Kamen Rider instead of the three of us, or the four of us.
And then wrestling for like 2 hours.
Fuck you.
It's
You do the next part of the synopsis
it's
then,
just
since
a-
you're so goddamn smart.
It's just a Jim Cornette part.
Fuck you. Double fuck you. For that one.
So after the fight, we cut to our break, and then
Sorry.
what?
I just remembered something important.
Please.
Okay.
Taki's outfit and his Paddington fit.
Yeah. Taki riding around looking like Paddington.
He's got the baby blue jacket on with the bright red helmet on his motorcycle.
It's so good.
Little handbag.
Ready for a marmalade
he is.
sandwich.
Yeah, he'll get that later.
Right now he's sick.
Yeah,
right
no,
now he is
got hit with-
super African
he
dart
got hit with the
poison.
colorful toy darts.
Da 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 da.
Jobbing again.
Hey, guess what?
Tell us what.
We had an ad break, and immediately following, don't worry, Taki's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
My notes for this scene read, legs crossed, don't got time for this, Taki. Hayato is sitting there, literally with his legs crossed.
Yeah,
he looks
really.
like... He really doesn't look concerned whatsoever, but he's just holding Taki's
Yeah.
hand. He's checking his pulse,
It's
I think.
Yeah.
But
really
it really
just
looks
It's
like
he's
he's
so
holding his
gay.
hand tenderly.
He's kind of got this expression of like, oh, you big baby, you'll be fine.
Listen, Taki's tummy hurts, and he's being so brave about it.
God, yeah.
Hayato can like barely humor it. He's like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
sure it's bad.
Hey, Sakura, you wanna...
Hey, yeah, Sakura, watch over this nice man for me for a bit. I gotta go do some shit. Poor Taki.
He's
Poor
really,
Taki. He's just...
really been lame.
I
in
wish
these past
your
couple of
boyfriend pretended to care about you as much as you care about him.
I could understand that. Hayato does give me the impression of the kind of guy who, like, can't stand whining and doesn't feel like comforting people.
Oh, absolutely.
He's absolutely
He's
that guy.
bitch, yeah.
You gotta be a little tender with your man every
Yeah.
now and again. Hayato, come on.
Why you gotta,
His
why
one
you gotta
flaw.
be so toxic?
Yeah.
Hayato? Open up.
Yeah, come on.
I went into your room yesterday, Hayato, and it was just all
There's
gray.
No posters or anything.
Why would you talk to me, Hayato?
What do you think, Taki? I've killed. Those men had bodies. They had lives. Oh.
Anyway, Taki's
no,
fine.
Yeah, anyway,
And,
that's the
Rango
important
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Taki is okay.
Sent the antidote over the commercial break.
I would like to assume
Yeah.
it came with the telegram, but it is funnier to assume it was during the commercial break.
He zipped on by.
Just like while the blue screen came up, some
here you
dude
go.
just read the telegram for Hayato
Oh,
Ichimonji.
thank you.
Here, sign here, and sign here.
Yeah,
And thank you.
alright, yeah. Thank you.
10 seconds to
Oh,
left.
look, an antidote.
Dear Hayato,
With 100 yen.
dear Hayato, figured they might use poison. Here's an antidote. Hongo. Oh, that's convenient.
That Hongo always thinking ahead. That's why he's got the 600 IQ and I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also Sakura also has a letter from Hiroshi, who
Yeah.
within the past 5 minutes has run away and wrote a goodbye
Yeah, right?
note.
I mean, it was a pretty simple goodbye note.
I know, but like, when did he have time to this, and when did he just slip away
Hiroshi got
unnoticed?
juked.
Kids are
During
slippery
the
like that.
outbreak.
I guess that's fair.
You ever watch a child? You gotta keep your eyes on them.
He's gone.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
You look away for a second, you look back, and you're like, where the fuck did it go? They were right here, like 2 seconds ago. Where are they? They're 3 states away.
Well, they're gone, and Hiroshi's in a place where Shocker will never find him. Woo.
Cut to Shocker going,
Except-
we gotta find this dude. And we're going
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Except Shocker has some secret tech that neither Hiroshi nor anyone in the podcast was prepared for.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Ugh.
I forgot that this is why that happens.
This is why that happens.
Oh my
so,
god.
so you know how we mentioned
I'm
that
looking at
more
the
and more
circle.
wild shit?
I'm looking at the circle again.
You want to post it?
There's a couple
yeah.
words on the edge of it that stick out to me. Oh, the other.
Oh, I gotta
obscured-
see
Oh yeah.
this.
Oh, did you not
No,
catch
not
the
I
the
didn't
first
catch
one? Oh my
any
God.
words. You gotta send that. I
There's
didn't
words
see
all
any
around
words.
the circle, but only 2 are clear. It's just go on describing this. I can add addendums as needed.
Okay. So Dr. Death, as we mentioned, Dr. Death shows us some more and more wild shit in these last episodes. So last episode we found out he can teleport.
Mm-hmm.
This episode we found out he can commune with the dark powers. I don't know. But the point
I don't know
I'm
what dark
pretty
powers.
Sure.
the point is we are in the Shocker base. It is lit only by candlelight, except that's not true. There's an orange light shining on Dr. Death. It looks very good. It's very artistic. I had a note that I wrote here that said like fire, hellfire, because that's what the lighting reminded me of.
Okay, hold on.
On the floor is this big ol' intricate magic circle. Which, what? I heard there. I recall hearing there was like everything except a pentagram on there.
Okay, so
I called
go
it
ahead.
in my notes the every power circle.
okay,
Every
B
power
is
circle.
so fucking correct because looking at this circle again, it is
Maybe
it
with
is that fucking gag from Futurama where that religious dude has every like everything on him. He has every
Amazing.
religion possible. Because yeah, my man is tapping into the dark powers of Christianity a little bit. And also the Zodiac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got astrology, he's got Christianity,
He's got-
got
and
the
then
Star of
and
David.
the Star of David, which now I'm just wondering if they
So-
just took that because it's all a third religious symbol, which really considering Shocker's origins is very
It's very funny.
I feel like that's probably what they did, but also I did the tiniest bit of research and I found out that the Star of David, previous to it being nearly synonymous with Judaism, is also known as the Seal of
Yes.
Solomon,
Yes.
which goes into the lesser key of Solomon and the Grand Grimoire, which are demon
Yes.
summoning
Neat.
rituals.
I
So-
I did point out when we were watching that kind of star is definitely a magic circle thing that is not just a Star of David, but given the rest of the circle,
Can be many
it's
Also, yeah.
it's just very funny.
It's-
to think.
It's yeah.
Basically, the point is Steve Williams is stanced the fuck
The
up.
outer side of the circle, the two words that stick out, are Messiah and Jehovah.
Yeah.
What also is on the outside is Adonai, and these are all basically synonyms for the same entity.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating. They did. I would say they Googled it, but it was 71. So like somebody knew a few.
So they went to the library.
Somebody went to the library and looked up a couple of things. It's just very funny that this is the magic circle of the Dracula. That
It's very funny.
and he has the skulls of his pet animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that like a dog and a cat skull
Or
or
something.
Real small
I
animal
truly am
skulls.
not sure what. I'm small enough that they fit in the palms of his hands.
It's got like Fluffy and
Yeah,
Dummy
I was
there
gonna
with
say this is
him.
Dummy and
The
and
skull
fucking-
of
This is
and
the
Dummy.
skull
Pochi.
of a dog that was a hero.
this is Dummy and Pochi.
Yeah. Skulls of two dogs sacrificed to Shocker.
God.
Yeah, and so
wouldn't surprise
he
me.
begins mystic chanting.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, alright, Hiroshi's like somewhere northwest of there. Anyway, I trust the rest of your fucking intuition, man. I'm done. Bye.
And he's just like, okay,
He
thanks,
grew
man.
weary.
Okay, boss.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing is that like he doesn't even pinpoint the exact location of where he is like 4 magic circles deep, chanting with animal skulls in his hands, and the best he gets to is he's somewhere northwest.
He's northwest of the shrine.
Yep.
You know, it's not an exact science. It's not even a science.
It's not even science.
Well, maybe it is. He is Dr.
I-
Death.
He is Dr. Death.
I'm weirdly amused by the immediate sequence following this. The vague directions, of course, he just says, "Go."
Mm-hmm.
I believe in your instincts, and you can catch his scent. And he's like, "Aye!" And then you see him driving in a car in the back seat on the way. I
That's
guess.
right.
No, take me to the shrine, goons.
Yes, but first I want to stop at the Wendy's
Yeah.
and get a Frosty.
Give me a number 5, a number 4, number 6 with extra dip.
Dip.
God.
2 number 45s, 1 with cheese. And a haunted soda.
We got Coke, Diet Coke.
Y'all carry
Service.
Dr. Pepper.
Mr.
Yes.
Pibb,
I'll
okay.
take a Dr. Pepper. Yo, on God, they got
Okay,
Mr.
then.
Pibb in here? You not know how hard it is to actually hunt down Mr.
Go
Pibb.
to a Del Taco.
It's... Did they have...
Yeah.
They have Mr. Pibb at Del Taco.
That's currently the people that do it, as far as I can tell.
I am gonna
And
have to hunt down
select
the Del Taco then.
restaurants that just random restaurants throughout the country.
I've not seen the Pib Extra, like can,
I haven't either.
Yeah, I've never seen
and
a
the
can
way
of
it is designed, looks like it is a
Yeah.
slab of meat.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
what the pattern looks like.
Yeah, that is fair.
I just was not expecting meat soda.
Look, y'all can cancel me if you want, but I fucking
It's-
love Pibb.
I wish I
I-
wish I could be ignorant and say it is just Dr. Pepper, but there is something different about Mr. Pibb.
No, there's a difference.
I
for
can't-
sure.
I don't know exactly what I would call. Maybe it's sweeter, I guess.
Maybe. That would probably explain why I do like it a little more than Dr. Pepper. I tend to lean towards the sweeter
It
side and
says
stuff.
spicy cherry taste, which
That's
sounds great.
more or less how
It's-
you would
yeah.
describe that kind of flavor.
Yeah, fair. I've never actually checked, but I should see if I can buy Pibb online.
Probably can.
Buy like cans of Pibb.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I need to start doing that. Just get my own Pibb. Thanos that shit.
Yeah,
I'll
you
do
want to
it
buy a
myself.
12-pack of 12 ounces? There you go.
Hell yeah.
Purchase it.
It is done.
Literally just Google Pit.
It shall be done. Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider.
Perfect.
We're going to find the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check the synopsis thing, because I truly do
Now
not
that we got
remember
on
if there was a
Mr.
bit between them driving off to find the kid and then finding the kid.
It's
So,
there's
Sakura-
I was looking at like a single scene, I think.
Taki wakes up.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
that
that's
is
the
literally-
bit that
This
we're.
the scene.
Yeah, Taki wakes up. He goes after Hayato, who also went to look for Hiroshi. Meanwhile, Hiroshi is being chased by Shocker. He goes to the police for help, but they don't believe him. Hayato chases after Hiroshi, meeting up with Taki along the way. Hiroshi is attacked by Shocker again, but is rescued by Hayato, Taki, and Hongo, and Hongo, who has also arrived. And then that kind of just leads into the end of the episode.
Woo!
Woo.
I feel like important note is that I might be jumping the gun a little here, but when King Fat says he talks to the police, Hiroshi goes and talks to the same officer he spoke to earlier this day.
You can imagine how that
What a
goes.
dick. Yeah.
Extremely well.
Yeah, the police will always help you. Never trust your fists, kids.
Doubt.
Yeah. Once again, the cops in Kamen Rider doing the most, and by which I mean the least possible. This dude just entirely does not help this kid. We kind of gloss over it a little bit, but we get a fun little sneak into chase scene at the shrine when Shocker is looking for Hiroshi, because he's like, so we see Hiroshi's hiding place, and he's kind of just hiding underneath a shrine that's nearby.
Yeah.
And so
I think he would have
Yes.
gone. It would have gone all right if he just kept hiding under the shrine, but he tried to slip away.
yeah, you make a very fair point.
Though I don't know, maybe he would have sniffed him out. He can apparently literally be smelling this kid at that point. The
So yeah, he tries to slip out. He gets caught by Shocker. They're chasing after him. Hongo gets on, or not Hongo. Hayato gets on the bike. He's also chasing after him. We get to a point where Hayato also runs into the police officer and is like, "Hey, have you seen Hiroshi?" And the dude's like, "Oh, he ran off after trying to prank me by lying again." And Hayato's like, "He wasn't lying. I gotta go." Yeah.
Anemone are real.
Yeah, it doesn't mean a real asshole.
We also get to see that a completely normal and frankly worthless transition scene of Hayato riding that caught everyone's attention as he makes a turn signal with his left arm, which just threw everyone for a loop.
The thing that threw me for a loop first too is he's got a big old smile on his face while he's doing
He's
it
really
too.
happy.
He looks like he's filming an instructional video or something. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Yeah.
Drive safely, kids.
As
I make this goofy ass left signal.
Yeah, it's a right signal because it's opposite roads. That's what my logic is determining, because B pointed out, yeah, you should be doing that with. Well, okay. Normally that would mean you were turning. Well, I don't know. That would always just mean you're turning right? Because the driver's side would be on the left, anyways.
Yeah, normally you indicate what side you're turning to with an arm in the same direction.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So you would raise your right arm or point it outward or whatever if you're going to turn right, and same with left. I imagine if you really wanted to, you could get away with using your left arm to indicate you're turning right, but you'd have to point it right. Because people behind you need to see your arm sticking out pointing to the right.
That's the thing. Okay, did I just learn something else? Is that just the modern thing? Because Because you should
That is the
you
modern
should be
thing.
using like all the things about hand turn signals I've read is it's always your left arm. If you're turning left, hold it straight out. If you're turning right, put it up in a fist at a 90-degree angle.
I feel like I feel
have
like I
also
learned of
heard
this
that.
as well. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen anything regarding like hand turn signals.
Yeah, most people just have the lights,
Hmm.
but I feel like that's what it was.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just a difference in
Because
etiquette or something. I don't know. Maybe both are
because
valid,
you
and I've
can't
just never heard
bank
that
on
one.
people seeing you through your back window, I think is the idea. You need to out the window. Because you'll only be on one side of the car.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
On a
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Yeah,
Oh, I've
that's
never-
maybe it's different between
yeah,
bikes
I don't-
and cars, but yeah, for cars
Well,
it's all with
absolutely,
the
it would
left.
have to be.
Well, I don't know. You could. I don't know. I think maybe the same principles apply because he held up a 90-degree angle and turned right. So
Well, I don't know.
driving.
Driving.
Anyways, police
I'm-
officer don't know shit, and enemies are real.
Yeah, police. Yeah, enemies are real. You don't know anything, asshole. I'm trying to think of anything else of significance that happens during this chase scene. The only thing I can think of is our reintroduction, as it were, to Hongo, because he's on the bike and he pulls out a walkie-talkie and he's like, "Hayato, come in, Hayato."
Yeah.
Yeah, the walkie-talkie and the 30 feet of antenna on
He
the
pulls it out with his
walkie-talkie.
teeth. Just-
Yeah.
Thank you.
I had the fun toy, the official Kamen Rider toy walkie-talkie.
Yeah. Now you can get the official Kamen Rider walkie-talkie.
Exactly. God, what the chase scene is funny too because we get this thing where he's like running along in the top of a hill into the forest
Mhm.
further, and then we get the Shocker Goons and an enemy man running after him. And something
Oh,
about
yeah,
it
that's right.
is so goofy looking. It looks like almost slightly sped up. It
Yeah.
reminds me of like goofy footage of like Disneyland promotional material where the mascots are playing with
Mhm.
kids, and because this guy looks more like a mascot than he has in the entire rest of the episode when he's just running along a hill.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's very silly. And then we reunite with Taki, and he's still Paddington Dub,
Yep.
and Hongo's just sort of out of nowhere.
Yeah. Kid climbs a tower and attempts to call Shocker's bluff and really shouldn't have. Should have just gone
Oh
with
yeah,
his
and
plan.
we get one
And he dies.
interjection in that scene of him climbing the tower of more fortunes being read on
Yeah.
these horrible giant cards, and it's danger in high places.
The Ace of Spades.
Yeah, it's just the Ace of Spades again.
It's always the ace. They play the ace, and suddenly everything becomes
Oh my
clear
God.
every single time.
They had to just give those actors their paychecks.
Yep.
They were promised this many minutes per episode. You have to remind them that they exist.
One?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Otherwise,
You're guaranteed at
unneeded.
least. Look, any hours on the paycheck is better than no hours on the paycheck.
It's true. I just find it very amusing that any one of these Shocker mooks has more screen time per episode than
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, just
Remember
a
where
fact.
we thought they might do something cool for like 5 minutes?
Back in the olden days.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
3
Uh,
episodes
The
ago.
first episode they came in.
Remember when
Yeah.
they
More
threw
than that, at this
threw
point,
that
we're almost
car-
at 50.
Through that, well, I mean these girls specifically.
Yeah. They showed up at like episode 40, remember?
Has it been so
Yeah.
long?
That's true.
Remember when they are introed by killing a guy with a playing card? Like that was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Now all they do is draw the
The
Ace
other
of
one was a
Spades.
martial
Yeah, now they
artist.
just hang out and play with their
Yeah.
giant ass cards. Do nothing.
They've been infected by the one remaining Rider girl.
Yuri's turned them lazy and useless.
Yeah. That's the only explanation. I don't know. They're just. What's the point of having all these Rider girls if you're not going to use them? Like, if. I don't know. Part of me is like, did they want eye candy or something? Why don't they have them around then?
The reason for the Rider girls is so that every now and again you can paint their faces green and pull them behind a cage and make them go, arr.
Arr.
Arr, 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 arr.
Arr. Or crucify them.
Yeah.
We need sexy victims.
Well, you're not going to get sexier than fucking Mari, and she's gone. So.
But, like,
Yeah, well.
9 times out of 10, particularly ever since Hayato became our main rider, most of our victims are children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not even capitalizing on that, really.
I feel like they flip-flop, but yeah, for the most part, it's usually the kids. Because I guess they know their audience.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, it's like, hey, how about this cute lady on a crucifix? You like that?
It's not Mari, so I don't care.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
It's not Mari, so she doesn't care either.
That is true.
Yeah, call me when you put
No,
on
she's just jealous.
Put me on the crucifix.
Anyway, fight scene?
Fight scene!
Fight scene.
Oh man, fight scene. It's another delight. You know, you get the twofer. You get the Rider twofer, and it's always a delight, right?
You get the Rider twofer.
Couple
It's
good
very
gems.
good. We got a lot of better sets of shots of them together. I noticed a lot clearer. You
For
could
sure.
take some real good screenshots of these
Mhm.
if you so chose.
Yes,
There's one
especially the
hilarious
end.
I was
one
gonna say at the end,
particularly.
it's for sure. But
Literally looks into camera at the end of the shot.
yeah.
We also get some fun Rider team attacks.
Tandem offense. Give me
Ooh.
Boo Boo
Tandem
Wheel.
offense.
I must have Boo Boo Wheel. I simply must.
I simply must have Boo Boo Wheel. Worry not, you will get Boo Boo Wheel.
Fucking circus act.
Fucking right on wheel.
Yeah. We must hug together. Now let's wheel.
Let us describe what this is literally before we go off just laughing about it.
So
Oh,
no,
go ahead.
please go ahead.
So Hongo and Hayato at a certain point in time, while they are collapsed on the side of the fighting area, decide that their next move would basically be to intimately lock arms with one another, forehead to forehead, and in tandem start rolling around like a wheel of cheese.
Yeah. Here is the thing. If they had rolled a little faster and bowled into the enemy, I would have been okay with this.
Yeah, it
If-
really came across as such a limp move.
If
is the
if they
funniest thing.
launched one rider off of the other after this wheel
Yeah.
motion for additional
We
momentum,
picked up momentum
I would have been
somehow.
okay with this. If any sort of an additional advantage was gained from this, it would have been fine. Instead, what happens is we locked up, we sprung, we turned ourselves into a wheel, and we rolled up to the feet of the shocker monster, and then just stopped and stood back up.
To play devil's advocate for just a moment.
Please.
I totally agree that it doesn't come across well. It doesn't come across as if they got anything effective out of it whatsoever.
Even
However,
remotely.
I think the intention was, so immediately after they finish this rolling maneuver, they simultaneously kick the anemone.
Yeah.
So I think the intention was that they built up momentum, but I don't think it was portrayed well. I agree that
Yeah.
they should have sped up the footage, particularly like coming out of the roll and going into the
Yeah.
kick.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, I don't know, like, either way, so my two thoughts is like, oh, this was momentum, and then they both kick him, or it's like, oh, it's confusing him, and then we can both strike. Either way, yeah, definitely should have sped up the footage while they were rolling.
Yeah, really.
Maybe had them roll a few extra feet, so when you're speeding up the footage, it lasts a little longer. But, like, it's so silly. They needed to figure out something new to do outside of a double rider kick.
Which, I mean, to be fair,
Which
they did just
they
do a double
immediately-
rider kick anyway.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
know you got to finish with that, but you got to come up with something in the interim. And
But
that
they have
isn't
the
just
rider
them
throw.
punching the camera.
But I want to watch him punch the camera.
It was great. I wish they did it again.
Make
And
him
then
break
just
the
have have
camera
fucking
again.
Yeah,
cameras
bring back the rider
the,
chop.
the tripod in the back.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, come to think of it, has Hayato ever done Rider Chop
Nope.
before?
No, it hasn't.
No.
Because he's done Rider Punch and Throw and Kick.
Mm.
But he's never done rider chop, and he's never done rider scissors. Those are both Hongo exclusives.
Oh, delightful. I love the
Yeah,
exclusives.
you gotta have your own special moves.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Rider
But, like,
Manju Kick, which
Yeah.
never came back.
Not once.
Imagine if Hayato or Hongo was like, his special move was the rider chop, and you just like punched it and you always broke the camera. It'd be like,
That'd
hell
be so
yeah.
cool.
That'd be so cool.
Only got one
Right.
piece of glass.
Yeah.
We just thought.
Yeah, they actually
yeah,
just
they
broke.
literally just broke a camera. That the rider chop glass breaking effect comes across as like someone going, "Oh, what if we did this?" and then doing it for
It was
and it
sick.
was
Mhm.
great. It was a great idea. I
Yeah.
don't know if they consistently had the resources to do it.
To do it, yeah, that's entirely
They were
fair.
just like, okay, we got this this paint and glass that we can do something with. Let's just try this out.
I don't know. They officially got that Suzuki sponsorship or something. Maybe they can get a little glass money from
Yeah,
them.
right.
True.
Well, and if it's not glass money, I wonder if they're very of the mind of like outside of our core things, it feels like they only do certain things once. It's like, and we got to come up
that's
with
fair.
something new. We can't let this become another recurring thing because we only have one recurring thing,
Yeah.
and everything else is going to be brand new. So I don't know, like that electro
no,
move.
it's- Yeah. Yeah, what are the odds of us
Yeah,
seeing
will
that
ever
shit
come
again?
back?
For 0,
Maybe once.
almost 0.
Yeah, maybe
Let's
it'll
hold
come
that,
out
I guess.
once.
Yeah, maybe.
Like episode 93. is
Yeah.
what we'll bring back,
Yeah.
All
you
the
know?
special moves.
Good. Do
Yeah.
it.
It's gonna be like the end of a fucking wrestling match when Babyface just hits all of their spots back to back.
It's like, okay, what actually would be pretty cool now that I'm thinking about it, like, imagine them taking on the Shocker
Mhm.
leader, right? And and he's so strong, so they have to do all of the Shocker, or they have to do all of the Rider moves in order
That's
to
what I'm
take him
saying.
down.
Mhm.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like,
Fucking
yeah.
rider punch, rider chop,
Awesome.
rider scissors, rider manju kick, rider double kick, rider,
Rider
throw.
Shock. We didn't name that one.
Yeah, whatever.
Hit
The
you with the-
rider lightning bolt.
Well, yeah, he hits him with the shocker.
Yeah.
The Rider Shocker.
Rider shine spark wheel into him. And then finish him off with a double rider kick, and he goes into an electric fence and he explodes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be
Volcano.
really cool.
Throw
Just-
someone in a
I
real
have-
volcano.
No,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ra-
You blow up a
I was
miniature
gonna
with
say,
that.
send your limp dummy. Final episode, you gotta send him off with a bang. Throw him in an actual volcano. You lose it forever.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Brother remembers
One
Yeah,
what
shot,
I
you
mean.
better
make it
shoot
count.
that
One
good
shot,
because you
one
only
kill.
get one shot.
Do not miss your chance to blow.
Up your
Crack
dummy.
toy.
I have 2 remaining notes for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, shall we get into the very end of the episode?
Yeah.
I feel like I know what your episode or notes are gonna be.
I-
Honestly,
Wow.
Well,
just gonna have
Anyway.
it's the first
Back
one
at-
about the photo.
No.
Because I want to
We'll-
I want to mention the photo.
Let's
one
talk
more
about the
time,
photo.
All right, go for it.
because I think I know where B is going. And I want to stay in the now for a second.
Fair.
I don't have much. It's not really like a lot. It's just really want to stress that we, like I said, we get some really good shots, some good frames of them together, and they just emphasize this after killing this dude in a very standard explosion,
Mm-hmm.
of just joining hands together, like yeah, and then Taki comes in and Just Goro? No, sorry, is that the kid, I guess? Is
Yeah.
probably what-
Yes.
I kind of just
Yeah.
assumed it was Goro for no reason. Like at the time. And they all just join hands and look directly at the camera.
Look directly at the camera.
Posing for
It's so good.
posing for the calendar
Pose for the
shot.
fans.
Yeah. Big smile on Taki's face, like very clear. I will say a thing I've noticed, and I don't know if this is a quality of footage thing or what.
Mhm.
I think I've noticed is both these outfits, even the old one, are looking good.
Yeah.
They cleaned these outfits up
Hmm.
good, even for rolling in stunts. Like the helmets are nice and shiny and defined. Like all
Yeah.
the colors are popping and very vibrant. And it's also funny seeing these outfits next to each other because it's so clear how the like divots and definitions on the abs are compared to the
Mhm.
V1 one, which are a little more subtle. It's when they jump next to each other. It's,
So felt looking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice seeing V1 and V2 next to each other, especially
It's
like
just, yeah, this is,
pre the design reworks where you really get to take in the differences between the two suits. I love the V1 suit so much.
honestly, yeah.
It's like big ups for the V2 suit. Like it's great, it's iconic, I love it, but the V1 suit just looks so fucking good every time I see it.
I'm going to be echoing like your exact points that you made in an earlier episode, but I just love how dark
Mhm.
it is. It really does feel like it was
Mhm.
made for a more mature show like it originally was in the first few episodes.
Yeah, very much so. And if I recall, that's the design they're going to be going with for Shin Kamen Rider
yeah,
as
they're
well,
definitely digging
which is
into
very
the
promising.
digging into the
Yeah.
archive on that one.
I love it.
It is very good.
But so much crisper.
Looking forward to that movie. Yeah.
Like it's insane seeing that in HD. It's so glossy.
Slide a
I-
fried egg
Yeah.
off of that thing.
Yeah, really.
Hell yeah. I'm sorry, go for what you say.
No, I love it so much.
Getting
Like, the suit is so good. As someone who's been working a lot with the designs of V1 and V2 recently, just V1 is still, that original design of V1 is still by far my
It's
favorite
classic.
of the two.
It's fucking
Cherished.
classic. Like to the point where I'm almost amazed that they ever thought that they could just like change it or redo it. Which admittedly some of their attempts are really, really good, honestly. Like the 05 movie redesign is very good. I'm always gonna be a slut for the 2016 movie design. That's just
Okay, yeah.
gonna be a fact about my life forever. Cause holy shit, that
Well,
design fucks so hard.
Here's the thing about the 2016. It's just the original
Mhm.
suit, but beefier and more
Yeah.
menacing.
It's V1 suit by way of like Doomslayer or the Punisher or
that.
some shit. It's so
Exactly.
fucking raw. I love that suit so much.
It's Doom 2016 versus Doom Eternal, like Doom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every time I see this suit, it's like, yeah, they made him so fucking built. But it really is like, well, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like, it comes across as, to me, it comes across as a thing like our actor gained weight, so we made a bigger suit.
Mhm.
But I'm looking at,
Yeah.
but there's shots of him out of the suit in that movie, and the dude is trim. Like,
Yeah. No, he's
It's probably the
Yeah,
material,
I don't know.
honestly. Like, sometimes it's just bulky, and not to mention, they might be going for a specific silhouette.
Yeah.
Like, they want him to be, wider at the shoulders, taper down at the waist, and to an exaggerated effect, you've got to add more on if you want that perfect cartoonish exaggeration.
Mhm.
It wilds me out because I'm just used to that. Like, from a person who looks at media and, like, especially, in, like, the world of professional wrestling and stuff, like, people gain weight over time. Like, older actors and portrayers
Yeah.
of characters tend to, let themselves go a little bit because they're not doing it anymore.
Right.
And then they bring him back, and you got to work around that. But like, and it looks like that, and then I see the thing and go like, oh wait, no, this was just an intentional design, and I have to like shift my head manually into going like, no, this is huge and buff on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love seeing that suit in contrast with the rest of the suits too, because it looks almost archaic compared to the other riders.
Classic.
Yeah.
So it's just like, nah, we went with raw power. This man is just gonna rip you in
Yes,
half.
I think
And
Gopher, that is exactly it. This suit looks like a fucking steam engine. This thing looks like a fucking coal-powered locomotive that is good. Like I could absolutely see this suit doing the fucking Big O piston punch.
Yeah.
Especially when you compare it to fucking some of the other more modern, like slimmer suit designs. Yeah, absolutely.
Hell, even the
This thing
originals.
This is a 40-year-old suit. It runs on coal, steam, and miracles. And God help you if this dude fucking touches you. Yeah, really. Because if this guy gets within 5 feet of you, you are fucking dead. God, I love that suit so much.
It's similar to my feelings about the Amazon and Amazon's suits, where it has that same level of ferocity to it, where it's just like, yeah, this is brutalistic, and it's so... I just love it.
It's so good. 2016 was a good year for Kamen Rider suits.
Yeah. There is no elegance in that suit, just pure adrenaline.
Yep. That is a suit of a motherfucker who is going to chase you down the world and beat your face in. Big ups to the fact that movie starts with Hongo in Brazil.
Ooh.
Hunting down Shocker, doing the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love how big they make the belt, too. The belt's massive in that suit. In, like, the best way possible.
He looks like Buzz Lightyear. He looks like a toy.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
He's
Get
so,
a
like,
Figma.
segmented and blocky that it looks, just like someone posed their action figure on some scenery.
It's set up.
It's kind of wild. Like, I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it is a little silly sometimes.
Like, that is the one thing I would change, is just, like, a darker green.
Yeah, no, that's
it
fair.
does pop
That's
quite
it.
a bit. Alas. Anyways, I think B had some closing statements.
Well, we weren't quite there yet
I don't
because
know.
you wanted to talk about the photo.
I know, I just had a feeling I knew what B's next points that they wanted to talk about were.
B, would you be so kind as to let me finish up the synopsis, or do you want to get into it?
Of course. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Back at the Moto Club, the boy's grandfather arrives and says the map is now useless, as he sold the vein to come back to Japan, where he will make a home for orphaned children. That's it. That's the end of the episode.
Yeah, weird Scrooge moments.
I was gonna say weird Ebenezer Scrooge moment for Grandpa. He's come back with a Christmas goose, twice the size of his grandson.
Whom you just met today.
But that is the end of the episode. B, go ahead.
Well, I would have to wind back for the first of my last two
That's
notes.
fine, please.
Oh, really? Wow.
Winding back to immediately after the photo shoot, Hongo is asked if he'll be going back to Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and he says he has a mission to attend to. I have a lot of thoughts about this development, given that he just came back. So I did take the time to write them all down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't mind, if I could go through all of those.
Please go ahead.
I've
Real
talked
quick?
enough.
Yeah, okay. So, it says, no!
Is that all it says?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Thank
that's,
you.
I have one
Oh,
more
yeah,
note
yeah,
after
go ahead,
that,
go ahead,
though.
go ahead.
Uh-huh.
please.
The final note there comes from that last scene, and it just says, "Grandpa lives, where's Hongo?"
I see.
See, I thought you were gonna add in some of the
Some
other
of the sound
things you
effects
said.
that were made.
Let's not
Oh.
translate.
It's all a blur, honestly. I went into a little bit of a blind
Panicked
rage.
a little bit.
I think it was something along the lines of, but I could be wrong.
That's
I sounded like an extra, really getting my $10 out of the one stream that I'm putting into this
Yeah.
video game.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, truly.
I will just comment on the scene that we mentioned very quickly, just to say, I noticed on my rewatch, I guess I missed this. No, there's no guess. I definitely missed this because I was focusing on B having a fucking meltdown in the chat.
There it is.
It's gonna be okay, B. But so because I was focusing on that, I missed that. I guess there's like an assumption that like Hayato and Taki are gonna like take care of Hiroshi now that his aunt and uncle or whatever are dead. But there's just a specific line where Hongo says, "Make sure you get Hayato to spoil you like a proper big brother, okay?" And I was like, "Dang, that's cute. That's adorable." Hongo, look at you being
Yeah.
adorable. Don't.
And then he
Yeah.
did, and it.
I mean, to echo B's sentiment, my final notes were just gone too soon, like a perfect flower that is just beyond your reach. Gone too soon. I want him back. It sucks. We just got him back. We get him back for so little of this episode. He's like barely even in it until the fight scene, and then he's just like, "All right, well, I gotta fuck off back to Europe. Bye."
Yeah, like, I don't know if his physical therapist was like, he could only be on set for 10 minutes, guys,
You
or
can
something.
only do
but...
one rider boo-boo wheel. Make it count.
What? Yeah.
I will say, though, I think Hongo's random fucking appearance in one episode in the middle of the season, has done a very special thing, and I'm fully pinning the credit to him. Is that he broke the curse of one plan twice, Dr. Death.
That's fair.
Because these past two episodes, one could argue Dr. Death has zero plans, but I think the second episode had a grander goal outside of just fucking around.
Yeah. Yeah, episode 1 was truly fuck around and find out.
It was barely there. They were mostly just chasing a kid everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Unless one was to argue that the premise of both
Whoa.
was to suck your way to
Whoa.
victory.
Never mind. We're
Fucking,
still trapped in an eternal hell. No. I think we avoided it this time. I don't know if that's gonna hold, but I have high hopes that Hongo has broken the curse for us.
Yeah.
And for
Fingers
that,
crossed.
thank you, Hongo.
Thank you, Hongo.
Congo,
And
I miss you.
at least I can't speak for Shakes or Gopher, but I also miss Hongo B. I'm right there with you.
I'm happy when he's there. It will be nice when he more consistently does.
Yeah, I wish Hongo was back fully.
I look forward to when he's properly back, so we can return to the things that I liked about him. Because we didn't get a lot of him to really admire at all in this episode, outside of
especially not in this episode.
Outside of the fun of having two writers on the screen.
I think this was his least lethal
he didn't
episode
even kill
ever.
a
Did he even kill anyone? Yeah.
Main guy, I guess. He get the double kick, so it's credited to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miss my moody kill.
Which I don't know how that's going to affect the death count, but because you have one kill that's definitely credited to two guys, but I don't know Or we
yeah,
made that, right?
I have
Yeah.
a team kill category
Okay, dual kill.
for the sake
Yeah.
of being able to count things very
Okay.
easily.
All right, cool.
So it's not that I credit it to both of them, but it's their own category.
Yeah.
But it does get added up in the total team.
Yeah,
Kamen
of
Rider
course.
And that's the important thing.
But yeah, outside of that, like not a lot. We got an amazing outfit out of him
Mm-hmm.
and a cool walkie-talkie, and that was just about it.
That's just about it.
Like
Just
like
to
that
smack around.
two-parter was great because we really got the character
Yeah.
back for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like
His
Hongo's
fucking
back,
coin
baby.
tossing weird guy. Yeah,
Oh, the coin.
like
I think that's what makes that one so much more painful than this one. Like, it sucks this time that Hongo is leaving again, but it's not as bad because we got so little of
he
him this
felt
time
like
around.
a bit player already.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like the first two episodes he comes back, he's in those episodes. He's like all up in them. And so it's like it's really got this vibe of like, hey, you remember this guy? You like this guy, right? Here you go. Here's as much Hongo as you can possibly want.
Thank you.
Now
Thank you.
you're done. Fuck out of here.
Oh god, no.
No more.
I'm not ready. No.
Go away.
Just one more sip, please.
You know what's messed up
Okay.
is that in this episode there is I was looking on the wiki
Mhm.
and admittedly did spoil myself
That's fair.
actually on the appearance of Hongo, but
Shaking my head.
there is an advertisement from like the video advertisement. I think it's from the 70s, and it has him front and center in the advertisement.
Amazing. Is that for this episode
And
or
just,
just
like,
in general?
It is for one like episode 44 through 49.
Oh, wow.
He isn't even in most of
Yeah.
those.
Right?
He's in one of them.
Shrug.
And it's just, man.
Yeah. Man, indeed. I want more Hongo.
Also,
There wasn't enough, man.
Yeah,
That's
really.
the problem.
alas, we'll meet again. Don't know where.
If I could spoil everyone's pity party, I know one.
Well, okay. Don't tell me.
Because no, it's because this is a service that we used to do that we haven't done in a while that I've been meaning to get back to.
Oh.
So first, I want to thank everyone for listening to the podcast, for enjoying it. Hope you've been having a good time. If you like what we do, check out the Patreon and the Twitter and all that good stuff. Check out all of my good friends and co-hosts here on their various Twitches and Twitters and things that were advertised to you during the break. Next time on episode 23, we are going to be covering episodes of Kamen Rider 50 and 51. We did it! We've made it to 50 episodes. Y'all, we only got 48 more to go.
The big
Starting with the next episode, we are essentially in the home stretch, as it were. I don't know if that's necessarily fair to say because it's still a good couple of months of content, but the point is we're whittling them down slowly but surely.
About a year.
About a year
left.
But so we got episodes 50 and 51. Those are the Monster Kamistone's Murder Aurora Plan.
Yeah.
That's episode 50. And episode 51, the Rock Monster Unisornos versus Double Rider Kick.
All right.
Oh!
So he's coming back, baby!
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank
Well, there
God.
you go. Who would have?
So we'll get
I'm a little
we'll
sad we
get some
couldn't
more.
have couldn't get that moment. when
Yeah,
seeing,
no, that's fair.
When
but
seeing the
it's-
next episode preview, but oh well. Something to look forward
It's
to.
the
Something to keep
important
us
thing is
going.
it's soon. Yeah, exactly. Something to keep us going. Something to keep you going.
Yeah, I was a little worried about
listeners.
B.
Oh, my heart is a flutter.
Something to keep them waking up in the morning.
Yeah. The best part of waking up is Hongo in your cup.
What's he doing in there?
I'm chilling. Contaminating your G Fuel.
Drink him.
Oh. I don't want to drink him, he just got back.
It's not
He knows,
Christmas
he
without
knows he's
you,
a day
Hongo.
late, but he's here for Pocky Day. He knows he's a day late, but he hopes you'll take some extra
Aw.
Pocky as forgiveness.
Oh god. He can't call my bluff
Yeah, no,
too.
unhinge
Oh,
that
God.
jaw.
Ah! Happy Pocky Day, Hongo.
He might just rip your face off as he tries to bite the pocket.
This is a possibility.
What, am I supposed to protest?
I know that that's a positive for you. I'm just saying that's probably what's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
just be prepared.
I'll put some paper towels
Yeah.
down.
There you go. Thank you.
And with that morbid image, thank you very much. We hope you had a wonderful time. And remember, as always, if you can't believe in God,
Or
and
Messiah.
you can't believe
or
in
Jehovah-
Buddha,
or Adonai.
Or Jehovah.
yeah,
Or
Or
Genoa.
Adonai.
Yeah.
Or the Zodiac.
yeah,
Or Gilgamesh.
or fucking the Prophet Muhammad, or Allah.
Or the police.
And then you can always believe in Kamen Rider.